All right. AFC Championship game week. Or game day. It's championship game week. And it's also just championship game day. But y'all know what I mean. We're here to watch the AFC Championship game. Is the other game over? Obviously, the Eagles are going to win. I have not honestly even been keeping up with that game. 3:53 left to go in the fourth quarter. And the Eagles are up 48-23. So, y'all saw that story, I think, earlier today that was going around saying that Dan Snyder hated how successful the Commanders have been since he left, which is hilarious, and it's always good to see him sad. But you know, as soon as he says that, then the Commanders lay a freaking egg in the NFC Championship game. Boy, tell you what. Mikey's here, says the Commanders should change their name to Jaden Daniels because that's all they are. And yeah. Perhaps. He hasn't been perfect today, to be fair. Jaden Daniels thrown one touchdown. He ran for another touchdown. So he's got 2 touchdowns, but he also threw an interception. And he has been wildly inaccurate today. Now, I mean, again, I wasn't really watching the game. I had other things to do today. So I don't know exactly why this is. Might be a bunch of drops or something. I don't know. But Jaden Daniels... 29 for 48 pass attempts. That is just barely a 60% completion rating, as opposed to Jalen Hurts, who is currently at that's the wrong number. Jalen Hurts, who's currently at 71%. So, yeah, I think blame the Commanders for basically being, Jaden Daniels and friends. You could argue that's the reason why the Bengals lost the Super Bowl, right? The Eagles just scored again. Now it's 55-23. Holy crap. 3 fumbles is why, I see. And none of them were Jaden Daniels either. That's nuts. But he did throw an interception though. So it's not like it's not partly his fault, to be fair. But yeah, that is crazy. That's crazy. And Jaden Daniels' interception, by the way. Oh, well, you know what, too? In his defense, that the interception from Jaden Daniels just happened on the last drive. Again, remember, I'm just, catching up to all this. I didn't watch the game. So, Jaden Daniels, the game's basically already over. It's 48-23. And then Jaden Daniels, driving down the field, throws an interception. So, it still has been wildly inaccurate today, I would argue. He hasn't been good enough either. But you are right. It's, the interception was when the game is over, yeah. But it's not like he's been good the rest of the day. He's been throwing a lot of ducks out there. And again, it might have been drop passes. I didn't watch the game, so we'll have to check when the advanced stats come out later. But, we'll see. Yo, what's up, Daniel Barry? What's up, Daniel Barry? Kenny Pickett is in the Super Bowl as a backup, but yeah. No, technically, he's not for another 3 minutes. But I'm cool with that. I don't have anything against Kenny Pickett outside of him being the Steelers quarterback. So him going to the Super Bowl, again, it has nothing to do with him, to be fair. But y'all also see that Russell Wilson was rumored to go to the Patriots this offseason, as opposed to I guess the Steelers are going to take another crack at quarterback. I guess I don't know. They're not going to get a quarterback at where they're going to be drafting, but I mean maybe they think that they got something in Justin Fields. I don't know. I don't see Justin Fields at this stage in his career transitioning to Pittsburgh very well in like a every down type of context. I think part of the reason he looked so good for the Steelers this year was because people weren't expecting to see him on the field most of the time. But I think if teams are preparing for him when he's in a new system, I don't know if he's going to be quite as good. So Russ could go back with Pete Carroll. That would be interesting. Russell Wilson to the Raiders. The Raiders just recently hiring Pete Carroll, which was a decision. He's 73 years old, and he's going to be starting new as a coach. He's going to be running a team from scratch at 73 when most people are already retired. Look, dude, I've always considered Pete Carroll to be one of the most underrated coaches. When he was active in the NFL, I always considered him to have been one of the more underrated coaches. Going back to like his days with like the Patriots, because like I always thought that like he was better than people gave him credit for. And then he kind of got a decent amount of credit, I suppose, when he went to the Seahawks. But that was only after they like won the Super Bowl, right? Before that, he was always kind of looked over. But there's a difference when it comes to being 73, right? Tristan Coleman, who has a very ugly profile picture, says, "Did I hear something about the Steelers?" It's just a rumor right now. I don't know for sure, but Russell Wilson being rumored to go to the Patriots this offseason. That's all I said about the Steelers. Also, fuck the Steelers, but I didn't say that earlier. I'm saying that now though, to be clear. But yeah, Philadelphia Eagles will be reappearing in the Super Bowl, and hopefully, as it says in the description of this video, hopefully we can get the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. So at least we can have an interesting Super Bowl and not just the same one we got 2 years ago, right? Like, I mean, who on this planet right now wants to see another Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl, except for Chiefs fans? Like, Eagles fans are pretty much, Eagles fans would probably rather see the Bills than the Chiefs, right? I mean, maybe. I guess it depends on the Eagles fan. Because, I mean, the Bills are pretty damn good. I even got them winning tonight. But, it's just because of that Chiefs black magic, That Chiefs black magic, like, you don't, like, if you got a choice between playing the Chiefs and not playing the Chiefs, you'd kind of rather not play the Chiefs. So I imagine Eagles fans do not want to see another Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl either. The only people on the planet who want that are Chiefs fans. And, I mean, if I was a Chiefs fan, I would be too, but. Breaking news, the Saints lost their OC. Who's that? Who is their offensive coordinator? I thought it was it not Darren Rizzi? Wasn't he the offensive coordinator? I know he was the special teams coordinator. Okay. Who is their offensive coordinator? Clint Kubiak. Yeah, I expected them to lose him. Not that the Saints' offense was just absolutely phenomenal this year, but it was pretty okay considering the circumstances. And Clint Kubiak is one of the hottest names in coaching right now. It's that nepotism hard at work there, right? Who'd he get hired by? Seahawks, looks like. Seahawks hiring Saints offensive coordinator. Oh, so he just went to go be an offensive coordinator. I wouldn't have been shocked to see him get a head coaching job, honestly. But okay, fair enough. Well, no more Clint Kubiak then. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that, Mikey? With Clint Kubiak gone, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because I thought he did an okay job considering the circumstances. I think Pete Carroll should have won the Coach of the Year a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago? He's been gone for a little while, hasn't he? Like him and Russ left the same time, didn't they? Or no, they didn't. No, they didn't. He was there for another year after Russ. Well, you mean 2023? Is that like the year he got fired? Is that what you're talking about? I don't think you can be Coach of the year you get fired. I think that's like somewhere in like the legal contract. All right. Got to get ready for this game to start here in a second, so better go ahead and pull that up. Wonder who's on the inactives list today. That's what I want to find out. Any opportunities for the Bills? I mean, both teams. Hold on a minute. According to Adam Schefter, for those complaining that Patrick Mahomes gets too many calls, relief could soon be on the way. NFL Replay Assist is expected to expand this offseason into plays that could include the quarterback slide. league sources told ESPN. Okay, cool. My issue with that is it's not. I don't think it has anything to do. I don't think that's going to help the ref problem. The ref problem is that Patrick Mahomes knows how to mentally manipulate those refs. I mean, I guess unless they're reviewing it like up in New York, then maybe that'll help, right? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. This truly is the battle of guys who like to manipulate the refs, though. Like, I mean, Bills fans complain about it, but as we've seen, Josh Allen gets more calls than Patrick Mahomes, just based off of the numbers. At least just this year. I don't know if that's historically, but this year, Josh Allen has gotten more calls than Patrick Mahomes, at least as far as roughing the passer goes. So, I think they both do it. I think Patrick, like I said, I don't think it's like the NFL is trying to rig the games. I think it's Patrick Mahomes knows how to rig the games by but he's basically playing toward the rules rather than playing toward actual talent. Yeah, which is upsetting because he has an insane amount of talent. Like, he'd probably still be winning a shit ton, maybe not quite as much, but he'd still be winning plenty if he relied purely on his own talent and didn't just try to manipulate the refs all the time. But, people want to win, and people are competitive. What are you going to do? Tom Brady deflated footballs, right? Well, okay. I still think the whole Deflategate thing was nonsense. I'll give you Spygate. I think the Patriots definitely were spying on people's play calls. But people just trying to win, man. Got to say the same about Patrick Mahomes too. And the difference is Patrick Mahomes isn't actually doing anything against the rules. He's figuring out what are the rules, what are my parameters, and I'm going to do everything I can to get as many advantages as I can within the actual rule set, which is weak sauce as hell because it goes against the spirit of competition. But if the only thing you care about is winning, which, is what you're paid to do, to be fair, then, I guess more power to you, right? If other teams don't like it, they should stop it. Kind of like the whole idea with the tush push. Yeah, is it, like with the efficacy it has, is it maybe a little outside of... Well, no, actually, no, I disagree. The tush push is a football play. That's different. Like, what Patrick Mahomes is doing is, actively manipulating the results of the game by trying to get flags called on the other team, which is just it's an anti-football mentality. Nobody wants to watch that. It's not fun. And he doesn't even need to do it because he's so damn talented. Whereas the tush push, that's a football play. That's big burly dudes getting down and trying to push their way and knock other people out of the way. That's a football play. And it's the same idea. You don't like it, stop it. But I respect the tush push a hell of a lot more than I respect what Patrick Mahomes does. 2022, I thought it could have been. Could have been. I don't remember. Should have won in 2022. Fair enough. Eagles are in the Super Bowl. Is that official now? It is official. So final. Eagles are in the Super Bowl. And please, Bills, for the love of God, don't let us get a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl, man. That's just so boring. Unless if the Eagles beat them, maybe I guess that's kind of interesting. But if the Chiefs win, it's just not fun, it's just not interesting. Not that the Chiefs care, obviously. They probably think it's awesome. But, the Chiefs probably think it's awesome that, that people hate them so much. And, they're so good, they're making the game not fun for everybody. But for all of the rest of us, could we please not get the Chiefs in it again? That would, just, anybody else, man. Anybody else. Except for the Steelers, but that's a personal thing, right? The NFL fan base at large is definitely not less opposed to the Steelers getting in than the Chiefs. That's just a me thing. But it'd be like Mikey, probably would rather see the Chiefs in there than the Buccaneers or something, right? But I think we can all agree that the Chiefs being in this much is just boring and just dumb. Not fun. Stupid. Boo Eagles. Yeah, they won though, bub. Time to wake up. Well, it's time for you to wake up if you think that there's the Eagles are going to be losing. I think the Eagles might win the whole thing. Honestly, Eagles had 7 rushing touchdowns. Bet they did. Saquon Barkley, man. That's why people were talking. That's why people were like, oh, he's should be the number. Some people talking about him the number 1 overall pick back in the day, and it's like, yeah, he's a running back, but look how good that guy is. Like that's why you get guys like that who are like talked about at that level because they're just so freaking talented. That's part of the reason why Patrick Mahomes was drafted. Like the Chiefs traded up to number 11 to get Patrick Mahomes, even though he was like, as far as like his actual like preparedness goes, his like his pro readiness goes and stuff like that. Most people were like, yeah, he's probably like worth about like a high second round pick or something like that. And then hindsight's like, no, he was obviously worth the number 1 pick. But at the time, we all thought it was kind of crazy because he just didn't seem like he was quite ready. But when you got that amount of talent, and I don't think most of us really understood how much talent Patrick Mahomes had back then because he was playing for Texas Tech, and nobody pays attention to Texas Tech. I think we all like saw the highlights and we're like, oh, wow, that Patrick Mahomes kid, he might be, like a kind of a dark horse type of person, but nobody was thinking about Patrick Mahomes that year at all as far as like the top quarterbacks in the NFL that year. That was not the Patrick Mahomes class until later on he blew up in the NFL. The Giants are crying probably. The Giants have been crying for years, dude. Like there's nothing left. I think the Seahawks getting Clint is not a good move. I don't think it's a bad move. Why do you think it's not a good move? I think it. I think he's literally he's going from being an offensive coordinator to another offensive coordinator. Like he was good at being your offensive coordinator. So why do you think him going to the Seahawks to do the same job would be bad? I'm not following you on that one. I hope the Bills win 2 more games. If not, as a Giants fan, unfortunately, I will have to hope that the Super Bowl gets canceled. Well, sir, it's time to wake up. You won't be happy with me because I hope that the Eagles win the Super Bowl. Because, yeah, I'm that petty. No hate towards the Bills, really, for the most part. But Josh Allen's just not allowed to win the Super Bowl before Joe Burrow does. It's not allowed. He's not okay. We have to have standards in society. And my standard is that Josh Allen does not get to win a Super Bowl before Joe Burrow does. Now, at this point, I think I'd rather Josh Allen win than Patrick Mahomes three-peat. Because then we're just going to have to hear it for a whole nother offseason, and it's just going to be... But I'd still rather see Jalen Hurts get it. Sports Productions rooting for the Bills with you though. Now, Sports Productions is a Bills fan, so that's completely different than your motivations, to be fair. But yeah, I definitely hope the Bills win today. We're all, as far as rooting for the Bills go, we're all on the same side here today. I definitely would rather see Josh Allen in the Super Bowl. I don't necessarily want him to win it, but I'd rather see him in it than Patrick Mahomes. I'm so tired of Patrick Mahomes, guys. Put the rivalries aside at this point. I don't care. I'm so tired of them. I just don't want to see it anymore, man. Somebody fucking humble them, please. The Bengals were doing it for a while, but then they just fucking fell flat on their face with, just having no ability to keep their roster together. Clint can't make a second half adjustment to save his life. I mean, I guess, but he still had pretty good results with a Saints team that had, a lot of injury problems and was lacking a lot of talent because of that. So I think with the Seahawks generally having a higher talent ceiling on offense, and, having another project, veteran journeyman type of quarterback like Geno Smith, as opposed to Derek Carr, I think it'll be a pretty simple transition, to be honest with you. I don't know why we are projected to go for Quinn Ewers. Is he going to even be available when you guys pick? Let's see. Because, I mean, what y'all pick at, like, round, like, 18, 19, something like that? I'm guessing. The only reason I know that is because I'm very used to the Bengals losing in the first round all the time, so I kind of, like, know off the top of my head around what time you'll be picking because of that. 21, okay, yeah. Okay, so the Bengals are picking 17. It's because of there's extra playoff spots now. I think that has something to do with it. But so the Bengals are picking 17. That's what I'm thinking of. And the Steelers are picking 21. According to Daniel Jeremiah, y'all are going to be taking Matthew Golden, the wide receiver from Texas. So not Quinn Ewers, but his wide receiver. Although, according to Daniel Jeremiah, it looks like Quinn Ewers will be available. So maybe. I don't know. But it's like, do you guys really want to do the whole Kenny Pickett thing again? Like, take a guy around, like, pick 20, and then he just ends up not really being exactly what you need to, like, like, get to the next level, and then you just end up having this problem again in 4 years? Like, is that really what you want to do? Let's see. Daniel Jeremiah. I can't talk today, dude. Daniel Jeremiah does not have Quinn Ewers going in the first round at all. So I don't know. Again, I'm getting major Kenny Pickett vibes there. I'm getting major Kenny Pickett vibes. So it's like, is that what you want? I don't know. According to some guy on CBS, looks like Josh Edwards from CBS, they got the Steelers taking Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver from Ohio State. Great! Y'all can take the Ohio State guy so I can continue to hate him. I'm down with that. It looks like you guys are going to be... Most people think you're going to be targeting a wide receiver. Which is funny because, like, theoretically George Pickens should be good enough, but he's not, which I find enjoyable. He also does not seem to have Ewers going in the first round. So I don't know. I don't know where you're getting that. The steel curtain, behind the steel curtain, the SB Nation page for the Steelers says, could Pittsburgh's future at quarterback be sitting right in round one? And, okay, so, like, Vinny Iyer of Sporting News thinks that they'll take Quinn Ewers. He's, like, the only one I'm seeing, though. So, we'll see. I don't know. But I'm getting major Kenny Pickett vibes. The Super Bowl was in New Orleans. I can't have the Chiefs or Eagles winning. Well, I'm sorry, Mikey, but, like, you got a pretty good chance of the Eagles winning at this point. Like, 2 out of 3 of the remaining teams are the Chiefs or the Eagles. So you got to really work hard for the Bills at this point. And I'll be honest with you. I would take, at this point, like, pettiness aside, I would take Josh Allen over the Chiefs. I would. And it's no hate towards Josh Allen. It's just like, you can't eat before we eat. But you know what? Like, y'all did the fucking work this year and we didn't. So I'd rather see the Bills get in there and get it done than see the Chiefs do it personally. I can't handle. I do not want to live in the three-peat world, guys. I'm just saying I don't want the Eagles or the Chiefs to win another one. I mean, like, okay, so you're a Giants fan, right? So I understand why you wouldn't want the Eagles to win another one. That makes total sense. For me, I mean, like, the Eagles have won one Super Bowl, and that was, oh God, it was like a decade ago now, I guess, right? But before that, the Eagles were just known for being a team that just, like, one of those teams that just can never actually get the big one. So to me, it's just like, oh yeah, the Eagles get another one, but to me, they're still one of those, like, lovable loser type teams. So I know they're a little more like established now, but that's a very recent thing. And the Eagles that I knew were the Eagles that I grew up with weren't like that. So I don't have too much of a problem with the Eagles personally. Results? I don't know. Dude, these streams are not working for me. I think we're about to do kickoff, so I hope I can find something because this isn't working out. You saw the Bengals hired their DC? I did, Mikey. I wanted to make a video about it, and then I didn't have time. But Al Golden is our new defensive coordinator. And if y'all watched my video about who should be the Bengals' next defensive coordinator, I mentioned Al Golden. Definitely wasn't the subject of the video. I wanted, if y'all watched it, y'all saw I wanted Matt Eberflus. But I thought Al Golden was, like, as far as like a typical Bengals hire, Al Golden's pretty good, Like, I thought he did a pretty good job with the linebackers in the year, like in the year we went to the Super Bowl. Leading up to that and everything, I thought Al Golden did a pretty good job with the linebacker core. Did not do a very good job with the Detroit Lions before that, but he's done a really good job with Notre Dame's defense. Don't watch the national championship for confirmation of that, but I like the Al Golden hire. I'm on board with the Al Golden hire. I think that could be a good guy because he is already familiar with the people, with a lot of the people in the building for the Bengals. Not a lot of the new guys, but he's got familiarity with the coaching staff. And I am still getting absolutely no fucking signal on this game, guys. I'm assuming the kickoff has happened by now. And I'm assuming it's probably a touchback because it always is a touchback. Nobody wants to coach our sad, pathetic franchise. Well, y'all are the only ones without a head coach, so. All right, so I'm guessing that and it's fucking freezing again. Dude, I don't know. I'm going to try to stream this game, but it's not working right now. You saw Mahomes said the refs don't give him calls? Yeah, he's ridiculous. Okay, so suddenly it's 4th and 6, so I missed the entire Bills' first drive, apparently. I don't know how that happened, but I guess they didn't do very well on that first drive, so that's not a good start. All right, so the punt is away. And the Chiefs ran into the Bills' kicker, and I bet they're going to do nothing about it. There's going to be no flag. All right, whatever. On the point where Mikey says, you saw Mahomes said the refs don't give him calls, delusional. Yeah. What I literally, as I was narrating what we just saw on the screen, they literally ran into the Bills' kicker, which is a penalty. And the refs didn't do shit about it. Yeah. As far as the refs not giving him calls, he's actually right. I think Patrick Mahomes is right. The refs don't give Patrick Mahomes calls. Patrick Mahomes takes calls. Patrick Mahomes invents calls, and then the refs basically call it because he just knows how to manipulate them. I've been saying it for weeks. All right, Patrick Mahomes throws to Brown there. Thank you, babe. Patrick Mahomes throws for about 11 yards to Brown, so they're already off to a better offensive start than the Bills. Wonderful. Wonderful. I can go ahead and see if I can lower that a little bit. That thing's hitting right on my chin. Didn't Tom Brady say the same thing back in the day? Probably. I don't remember Tom Brady saying that the refs didn't give him calls, but I mean, it sounds like something he'd probably say. Patrick Mahomes throws it straight into the frickin' dirt, and yet still Brown gets the reception, and it's not going to be quite enough for a first down, but it's going to be about 9 yards on first down, so not a great start for the Bills so far. Really, honestly, kind of pathetic start by the Bills so far. And based off of what we're watching right now, I can already tell I'm not going to enjoy watching the rest of this game. 2nd and 1, Patrick Mahomes fakes the handoff, and he's going to roll back. He's under a little bit of pressure, but he gets out to his right, and he's just going to run. But nope, he pumps it, and then, keeps it anyway and picks up the first down. Faked out me, faked out the cameraman. Not entirely sure he faked out the Bills, but he got the first down anyway. But, he didn't need, I don't think he picked up any extra yards because he was already getting the first down even if he just kept running without pump faking. But, might as well give it a shot. I don't think it worked. It like I said, it faked me out, faked the camera out, but I don't think it faked the Bills' defense out. Didn't really matter, but, you know. 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes from the 33-yard line. Gonna fake the handoff to Isaiah Pacheco, and he's got a man in his face, but he gets out of the pressure, and he's gonna dump it off short. And that's going to be another 9-yard pickup to Xavier Worthy. Wonderful. I hate him. I really, honestly, genuinely hate him. And that, honestly, like, I mean, I'm looking at this. This might be a first down. Like, because Xavier Worthy, like, rolled, and before he was, yeah, okay, they gave him the first down. I thought so. Like, he caught it and rolled before the Bills guy ever touched him, and that was definitely enough for a first down. So, all right, Patrick Mahomes is going to hand the ball off to Isaiah Pacheco there, and the Bills give him about 4 yards, roughly. My mom will have 2 of her teams in the Super Bowl. Well, she got to experience that 2 years ago, Mikey. Which is, I believe, when you told me that she was an Eagles and Chiefs fan, which just seemed like the cheapest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. But you have since told me that she had, like, legitimate reasons for it, so. If Lou had to go, I'm fine with Al Golden as the Bengals defensive coordinator. Hold on 1 second. 2nd and 7 for the Chiefs. So I guess they only gave him 3 yards. All right, Mahomes, shotgun snap. He's going to throw. It's up. Oh, my God. It's complete breakdown to Juju Smith-Schuster. Complete and utter breakdown of the Bills' secondary on that play. And he picks up, like, 30 yards. Unreal, man. Just unreal. It's just like... God, the Chiefs' offense has not really been all that incredible all year. And... they're making the Bills' defense look like Swiss cheese. Like, and this is a Bills' defense that I would argue overall did a pretty admirable job against Lamar Jackson last week. Now, a lot of that had to do with turnovers, to be fair, but still. All right, Mahomes under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Pacheco. Not Pacheco, never mind. It's number 29, which is Kareem Hunt. Is that right? I think so. Picks up about 8 yards, and he's pissed because he could have got more, but yeah, Kareem Hunt. It'll be a challenge as he's not going to be getting an array of 4- and 5-star recruits on the pro level. Salary cap and draft position hinders that. Yeah, but he'll have Joe Burrow to, try to entice guys. So I don't think it won't be as hard as Lou had it building the defense originally, Kareem Hunt takes the handoff and he picks up about 3 yards. Not a whole lot, but it's enough for a first down. Now, the good news is it appears that the vast majority of the Bills' touchdowns allowed this offseason have all been on the opening drive. And there's only they've allowed 2 touchdowns on the opening drive. And if they allow a touchdown on this drive, they'll actually have allowed more touchdowns on the opening drive than on any other drive combined. And there it is. Kareem Hunt just cuts through the Bills' defense like butter. Just absolutely pathetic. But again, the good news is that now you can officially say the Bills' defense has allowed more touchdowns in the opening drive of each of their games than they have on every single other drive combined for the entire rest of the offseason, or rest of the postseason. So, maybe they get better after this, because that was really bad. That was really bad. It was really bad. All right, Harrison Butker's coming out. Balls up, and that's good. 7-0 Chiefs. Fan-fucking-tastic. Wonderful. Wonderful. But yeah, I think Al Golden will be a good hire, guys. You can't have 2 teams that's cheating. I once had a buddy who had 3 teams, 2 in the same division. Steelers and Ravens. Yeah, I agree. You can't have 2 teams. You can have, I guess technically you can have however many you fucking want. It's not like, the way I see it, like, you pick a team and that's your team and you ride or die with that team, because otherwise it's just not as satisfying. Like, if the Bengals win the Super Bowl one day, that's going to be so much more exciting for me. than if I were to just pick another team. Like, let's say I just became a Saints fan. Saints go win the Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, it might, maybe I picked a team that's maybe not super likely to win a Super Bowl anytime soon either. But at the same time, I still don't have I have 32 years of emotional investment into the Bengals. I don't have any of that with the Saints. I going and being a Chiefs fan right now, that's fucking weak sauce, honestly. Like, if you've been your whole life a Chiefs fan, okay, you know what? I'll give you guys are living the dream right now. Your team is the juggernaut and the unmatched bully of the entire NFL, and that's good for you, good for you. But picking the Chiefs now at this point, just what's the payoff other than you get to point and laugh at people, but it's also hollow. I mean, you could do that and not be a Chiefs fan. And probably get about the same amount of effect out of it. 2 dropped intersections, back-to-back plays. What are you talking about? On that last drive? No. No, the Bills didn't even get in their way on that last drive. Unless you're talking about something else. What was your last comment, Tristan? Sorry. I guess I did miss that. My bad. I hope we trade Pickens and move up or something because I really want to see Cam Ward go to us. Yeah, the co-host of one of my podcasts on here, the Battle of Ohio podcast, Browns fan, he's big on Cam Ward, so you're gonna have some competition for him, I think. But if you trade up, yeah, for sure. Now you have to trade up to let's see what. You're gonna have to trade up ahead of the Browns, I think, because I think if Cam Ward's on the board, they'll take him. Let's see. The Browns are the number 2 overall pick. Ooh, well shit, they might trade down for Cam Ward, honestly. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get Cam Ward unless you trade up significantly. Even with Pickens, I don't think you even you have to give up Pickens and probably a future first round pick and probably something else too to be able to get in position to draft Cam Ward. That's pretty that's a lot. You saw Aaron Glenn wanted a new GM. We declined, so he went to the Jets. It's not like the Jets GM is any good. He just fired Robert Saleh for no reason last year, so I did see he went to the Jets though. What up, Caleb? What's going on? All right, it's going to be a handoff to James Cook. He's going to dance to the outside. He's going to make a cut, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards. There is a flag on the field, though, and let me guess, it's going to be on the Bills. Yeah. Tell me how many calls you don't get, Patrick. There's a Bills player arguing with the refs, too. Illegal formation on the Bills. All right. The Chiefs are my 29th favorite team. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess right ahead of the Bucks, Falcons, and the Panthers. That would make sense. Or I guess the Falcons, Bucks, and Panthers, because it's in that order, right? You hate the Falcons the most, and the Buccaneers are are second. There's a Chiefs player jogging off the field there. I don't have my roster up right now. Number 20. I mean, he seems fine, but worth noting. Justin Reed. All right, 1st and 15 for Josh Allen now from the 25-yard line. Takes a snap, rolls back. Looking around for somebody. He throws. He's got a man. That's Dalton Kincaid, number 86, for about a 13-yard pickup. So that's the best offensive play of the day, easily. How's your day, people? Well, my day, hasn't been the best day. 2nd and 4. Now it's 3rd and 4 because they tackled him in the line. I guess they gave him a yard, so it's going to be 3rd and 3, whatever. You want to know who Ben Johnson wants as a DC? Who's that, Mikey? Is it Dennis Allen? Is it some insane human being who wants Dennis Allen as their defensive coordinator? Yeah, that did not work out so well in the Bills' favor on that last run there. How was your hurricane, Mike? KC is best game. What? The worst game? What are you talking about? Josh Allen dumps it off over the middle to Khalil Shakir, and he's got it's on a drive route there. He's got plenty of room, picks up a first down. So there you go. There you go. Moving the ball along. Reset the drive after the illegal formation penalty just started off. My mom liked Philly before Hurts, Chiefs before Mahomes, which is like, I'll give her credit. You know, those weren't, the Eagles and the Chiefs were not easy teams to be fans of prior to Mahomes and Hurts, to be fair. So I'll give her credit for it, but to brag about it now is, you know, you do what you do, but a lot of people are going to be skeptical of you at that point. All right, so Josh Allen under pressure just has to throw that ball up and away, and it goes out of bounds. And if it hadn't gone out of bounds, that probably could have been pass interference or something, but just maybe not the greatest throw of all time for him. George Karlaftis throwing him into the stands, essentially, on that play, and which is perfectly fine, perfectly normal football play. But if somebody does that to Patrick Mahomes, it's roughing the passer. Just saying. Just saying, guys. 2nd and 10. From the 49-yard line, Josh Allen. Shotgun snap. Rolls back. Throws, and it's caught. There you go. Down about a 9-yard pickup by Amari Cooper there. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. On the opening drive you missed. Dude, I missed the whole opening drive. The entire opening drive. Like, my stream was buffering, and it was bad. It was terrible. It's going to be a tush push, and it looks like, I think he got it. Yeah, I think he got it. Looked like the Chiefs kind of might have stopped him at first, but he ended up falling forward. He got it. First down, Bills. I like to play football. I don't like to play football, Caleb. I like to watch football. I like to play Madden. But I tried playing football a few different times when I was a kid, and this is not my thing. I was not able to handle it very well. Let's just put it that way. Sorry your day is bad, Mikey. 1st and 10. James Cook. Picks about 5 yards. Pretty decent run blocking there. Not amazing, but also not amazing running. But, you know, good enough on both ends and picks up about 5 yards total. Second and 5. All right. So James Cook's in the backfield there. Got Josh Allen to his right. Well, so Josh Allen's the quarterback. He's got James Cook to his left. But from the camera angle, that's what I saw. Josh Allen fumbles the snap and has to fall on it. So they're going to lose about 4 yards on that. It's going to be 3rd and 9 now. I think it was a bad snap. I don't think it was a... I mean, obviously it was mishandled and it was a fumble. But, you know, man. What a drive. No, that was actually a good snap. Just Josh Allen totally whiffed on it. That was 100%. I mean, maybe it was a little low. Like, a little low. Like just, like, by a hair low, you know? All right, so it's 3rd and 9. Josh Allen's in the shotgun formation, and he's got a man to his left. Takes a snap, rolls back, and he's going to throw. And he's got Khalil Shakir, who tries to get away from tacklers, but cannot do it, and the Chiefs are going to hold him to 4th down. And I believe the Bills were in field goal range, so that's a caveat, I guess, but 4th and 5. Hey. Well, like I said, the Bills have allowed only 2 touchdowns outside of the first drive of the games this postseason, so maybe their defense will come out and do better on the next drive. Never know. It is going to be a 53-yard attempt for Tyler Bass, so just barely within normal field goal range. The kick is up, and that looks like it's good, I think. Oh, just barely. Just by the skin of his teeth. He got it, though. Tyler Bass put it in. There you go. So it's 7-3, and the Chiefs are going to get the ball back. But at least the Bills got on the board. Got 3:45 left to go in the first quarter. So, hey, at least the offense did something that time. You know, maybe the defense can do something, and maybe we can have an interesting game. Because the Eagles won. Yeah, and the Chiefs looking like it. You know, if I was going to redo predictions in the middle of games, which I'm never gonna do, but if I was to redo predictions in the middle of the games, then I would probably say at this point my prediction would change to the Chiefs winning. Now, it's a close game, obviously, you know, and I did predict it to be 27-24, so I didn't predict, like, a perfect game from either team, but just based off of the way that I've seen the Bills' defense play so far, holding the Chiefs to 24 points seems like a tall task. Lattimore was cheeks. Well, I didn't, like I said, I didn't see the game, but it did look like Jalen Hurts had a pretty decent game. Dennis Allen? Yeah, I thought so. Football practice in May. Yeah, that's usually when football practices start. My brother played high school football. Yeah, I played, I didn't play in high school. I played when I was a kid, and I played in middle school. But after middle school, I kind of figured out that it wasn't really my thing. You know, like, I like watching football. I like talking about football. I like the strategy of football. But, like, I don't like the pain associated with football. I don't like, I definitely don't like, no, I don't know too many people who like, well, I was going to say I don't know too many people who like getting hit, but some of these NFL players are just absolutely insane fucking human beings. Like Joe Burrow seems to actually enjoy getting hit. I know a lot of people enjoy doing the hitting, but I didn't like that either because that was also painful. So I liked the idea of, you know, like making like circus catches and stuff like that, or being like a quarterback and like throwing the ball and stuff like that. But then I wasn't actually very good at that, so they put me at like linebacker when I was a kid, and then they moved me to cornerback when I was a little older. And in both cases, it did not work at all for me. It was a bad time, and I'm playing football was not for me. I like throwing the ball with my friends and stuff like that. You know, I could probably do like flag football, but no, I tried football, and it did not go well for me. All right, Bills are going to kick the ball away after the field goal, and that's going to be returned from just inside the end zone for the Chiefs. And he's going to get to the 31-yard line. He's going to try to hurdle, but obviously doesn't really do anything. And I think he might have actually hurt himself on the attempted hurdle. So perhaps that was an attempted hurdle, and perhaps he just hurt his leg in the process. I don't know. But, yeah, not looking good. He's hobbling off the field there. Number 80, who isn't even on their roster, so I'm not sure who that is. But yeah, it did not look good for him there. So let's see. Was that? Did we just skip ahead in the game? Okay, so I guess Patrick Mahomes tried to throw the ball, and it was great defensive coverage there, but that was 2nd and 10. So like I think we might I think the feed skipped ahead. I think we missed an entire play, or maybe that was first down. Either way, like we skipped a bunch of time, or I had a stroke or something. I don't know. So whatever. It's 2nd and 10 now. I'm sorry about these streams, guys. They're just unreliable. I don't have a better option. Patrick Mahomes takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll out to his right while Bills defenders fall over themselves helplessly, and he picks up a first down because he just knows how to make everybody look like an idiot out there, and I hate it, and it's the worst, and it's the stupidest fucking thing on the planet. All right, Patrick Mahomes. I hate you. I know you probably enjoy that fact. I know you probably only... Patrick Mahomes doesn't watch my channel. But if he did, he'd probably enjoy the fact that I hate him. Probably just make him smile, right? All right, 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff and to Xavier Worthy, who just has all the freaking room to run, and it's going to be about a 9-yard pickup. I hate it. God, it's just like, somebody do something. Somebody on the Bills do something. Like, poke them with a stick, because they're about freaking done, guys. This Bills defense, like, you know, the Bills offense looks like they're still out there trying, but, like, man, this Bills defense just looks cooked. Unbelievable. The NFL fined Will Anderson $25,000 for criticizing the refs. Dude, it's just the most pathetic thing. Like, you know, I mean, and it seems like a stupid idea. Apparently, the Bengals and Eagles are playing in London next year. That's interesting. Maybe, I don't know. I think that's what I think the Bengals and Eagles have played in London before. Like, you know, I'm actually kind of surprised because like the Bengals have only played in London like what 3 or 4 times, and they've already played the Eagles once. So I'm a little surprised that, you know, they're doing that matchup again because, as I recall, that wasn't exactly like a all-time matchup or anything like that. And it's not like the Eagles and Bengals have like a storied rivalry or anything like that. So I don't know. But like that's just so silly to me, the way the NFL like fines these guys such huge sums of money for criticizing the refs. Like it makes the NFL look stupid. It makes the NFL look like, you know, they're obviously like it makes the NFL look like they're obviously in the wrong. Like to pretty much everybody on the outside, they see that and they think, you know, like you just got to fine people to try to, like, you know, keep it quiet, even though we all know what's going on here. Like it's pathetic the way that they just try to sweep everything under the rug like that. NFL was best for my life. Dude, I love the NFL. I just, you know, I can't play actual football. I'm a wimp. My score was 20-19 Chiefs. At this rate, dude, at this rate, like, it's going to be like 35-21 Chiefs. Like, you know, the Bills offense is going to try, but like the Bills defense can't do shit against the Chiefs right now. Honestly, what I should have done is I should have looked at the last time these two teams played, and I should have taken it. But like, then again, I made the conscious decision to not do that last week with the Ravens, and I end up being, you know, pretty close to right about, like, I think it's going to be different this time. Forgive me for thinking that it was maybe going to be different this time around. Or no, not different. I think I was more. I'm sorry. The Bills beat the Chiefs 30-21 last time they played them. I still thought it was going to be different. I thought the Bills were going to be a little bit more subdued, but their defense was still going to do well. Apparently not. So we're not living in that universe, unfortunately. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe they held them to a field goal here. That'd be nice. That'd be pretty great if they held them to a field goal here. Oh. All right, 2nd and 2. Come on, let's throw a pick. That'd be nice. Get an interception, pick 6. Ooh, that'd be nice. Only really ever seems to actually happen. Like every once in a while, I'll like kind of get like this feeling, like just like, you know, something deep inside of me will say that, you know, we're about to get a pick 6 or something, and then it'll actually happen. But that only really ever seems to happen with the Bengals. There's just like this intuition. And it's not perfect, obviously, but it does happen sometimes. But it never happens with any other team. All right, Patrick Mahomes fumbles. Hold on a minute. And the Bills do not recover. Good God. Good God. That there were 3 Bills around that ball, and they didn't come anywhere close to recovering that fumble. Hey, I guess I called you know, a big mistake. Hold on a minute. The Bills did recover. I guess they must have ripped it out underneath the pile. Wow. There's a flag on the play. I'm pretty sure this is going to be on the Chiefs, though, because, like, the one of those Bills guys was, like, basically getting face mask held. Offsides! Oh, my God. Oh my God. Okay. Well, and on replay, that is correct. The Bills player did jump off sides, so the missed holding penalty was obviously at that point doesn't matter because the guy jumped off sides. So kind of SOL there. Although then again, that doesn't end the play, so shouldn't the penalty should offset? I would think, but whatever. Well, that was a nice. That was a nice 10 seconds where we thought that something was going to go right for the Bills. Mahomes going to hand the ball off, and Kareem Hunt's just going to like plow through everybody and picks up 11 yards. This is annoying. This is stupid, and I hate it. And I got to sit through this for 3 hours. God. Wonderful. Ain't going to be 2019 Chiefs if this keeps up, Mikey. There's no way that the Bills hold them under to 20 points. That's honestly kind of crazy the way the defense is playing right now. And there we go. There's another one. It's going to be a toss in the backfield to Xavier Worthy, and he picks up 11 yards with, basically, I mean, like he would have never been tackled if it hadn't been for the, out of bounds marker. Like just nobody can keep like the Bills cannot keep up with them defensively. Unbelievable. My brother played for West Jefferson, and my friend's cousin plays for the Cowboys. Wow. Like the Dallas Cowboys? That's not bad. That's pretty cool. I don't have any relatives who play in the NFL or played. I went to high school with a guy who played in the NFL. That's about it. Patrick Mahomes fumbles again, and I think the Bills recover. Whoa! And which is crazy because Patrick Mahomes actually fell back on top of that ball and still did not manage to recover. What happened here? What happened here? Mahomes? Yeah, it's just a fumbled it was an incomplete Patrick Mahomes just like had that ball ripped away from him. It was an incomplete handoff. Mahomes I guess what would you consider? Technically, that would be Mahomes' fumble because Pacheco never had any control over that ball at all. It just like hit him right in the thing, and that's more Pacheco's fault than it is Patrick Mahomes' fault. At least the fumble itself. Patrick Mahomes got on top of that ball. There's no reason that he should not have recovered that fumble, but the fumble itself was Pacheco's fault, not Mahomes' fault. To be fair, but Mahomes is probably going to be credited with the fumble. This is part of why I like PFF stats, because PFF would consider, would look at that analytically, and they would actually give Isaiah Pacheco the grade hit for that fumble, and Patrick Mahomes, they probably would, they'd probably give him a bit of a grade hit, but they give the majority of the fumble, the majority of the ding on the fumble, they would give to Isaiah Pacheco on that play. But the regular stats are going to give that to Patrick Mahomes, which, again, he did a terrible job trying to recover that fumble, but it wasn't his fault that there was a fumble. At least from what I saw on the screen. I played flag football. I wouldn't mind playing flag football, getting like a men's flag football league here in Cincinnati. That might be fun. Is the NFL scripted? No. The NFL, honestly, if the NFL was scripted, the Chiefs would not be, you wouldn't have, these, stretches of dominance from teams. You wouldn't have the Patriots dominating for 10 years. You wouldn't have the Chiefs going on to dominate for 10 years after that. You wouldn't have the 49ers having dominated prior to that and the Steelers dominating before that. If the NFL was scripted, then you'd have a lot more balance, you'd have more teams winning every year. Because that would honestly be more advantageous for the NFL, I think, to have multiple different teams winning, and so you'd energize more fan bases that way. And it's not to say that nobody would ever win multiple Super Bowls. It's just to say it wouldn't happen as often as it does if the NFL was scripted. I really don't think the NFL is scripted. Is there maybe a little bit of hold on? James Cook takes the handoff and he bounces through a bunch of Chiefs players and almost breaks loose, but doesn't quite. But he does pick up a first down. So there you go. There you go. Bills getting some momentum here, which is nice to see. But like maybe there's a bit of like dishonesty going on with like the way certain things happen in the NFL. Like I'm not saying every ref is out there like fixing the games for gambling reasons, but I'd be shocked if it didn't happen from time to time, you know? There's definitely seedy things that happen in the NFL. As far as like how much and, you know, which exact things are the seedy things, I couldn't, you know, I don't think I could tell you exactly what's going on there, but I can tell you that it's almost certainly happening to some extent, and it's going to be, it's going to continue happening pretty much probably forever. You know, I mean, that's just sports. Sports always have like especially professional sports have seedy things going on underneath the hood. Always, it's always going to be a problem no matter what league you're in. But no, it's not scripted. The scripted thing is silly, honestly. James Cook takes the handoff, and I guess he did not pick up a first down on that last play, but he does now. So, the Dolphins are playing in Spain. Dude, I'd like to. I wouldn't want to play football in Spain, but I'd sure like to have millions of dollars and be in Spain. That sounds like a good time. That sounds like a good time. I've always wanted to go to Spain. I don't know why. I'm not like big into like Spanish culture necessarily, or you know, I don't speak Spanish. I don't, you know, yeah, like definitely as far as like the European countries go, it's definitely one of the, you know, like their history is not the one that I'm like the most fascinated with, especially as far as Western European countries go. You know, I'm more interested in like, you know, Italian, French, English history, and Spain is kind of like, you know, there's a lot of interesting stuff that happens in Spanish history. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not, doesn't do it for me like some of the other ones do. But just man, like the modern day culture and the food, just you know, tapas alone. Like I would love to experience like real tapas culture, which like I don't like you don't have like when you go to like bars and like you know stuff around Cincinnati, like you know like breweries and stuff. Sometimes they'll advertise that they have tapas. They don't have tapas. They say they have tapas, but when they say tapas in like America, they mean like cheap appetizers. Maybe. Sometimes they just mean appetizers. That's all they mean. But like tapas are like just free food that a bar gives you if you're like drinking. Like if you're just like, yeah, hey, I'm gonna have a drink. They're like, okay, cool. Here's some snacks too. Like that's the coolest thing ever. And I'm not just talking about like a bowl of pretzels. You know, I'm talking about like they have people like out like you know in the kitchen like frying up like fucking chicharrones and stuff. And they're just like, you know, here, eat. And it's just because you know you're patronizing their establishment. And they're like, you know, here you go. It's the coolest freaking thing ever, and I would love to experience that one day. I started crying on stream when the Eagles started winning. Oh, that's not good. Maybe the lights can go out again. Well, that was a completely different Super Bowl. That didn't happen. Like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. That didn't happen in the. I don't remember at this point because I don't know. All the Chiefs Super Bowls blur together for me. But like that didn't happen in the Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl, right? Like I know that the famous time that happened was with the Ravens and 49ers back in 2012, but like that didn't also happen in the Eagles one, did it? I don't think it did. Yeah, with Preston Brown, yeah. He had a pretty good start with the Buffalo Bills there and then came to the Bengals and was not as good. And then kind of fell off the map entirely. I think he was with the Raiders and Jaguars after that, but never did hardly anything. So, you know, rough way to go about it, guy. My brother's cousin played for the Jets, Jaguars, Packers, Vikings, and Dolphins. Wow. Oh, that's a list. A list of mostly bad teams. All right, so it's going to be a short dump off to James Cook, who turns that into like a 15, 16, 17-yard gain. There you go. There you go. Bills can take advantage of this momentum. That could be huge. That could truly be huge. You know what? Wouldn't it just be something if Mikey turned out to be right about that 2019 scoreline? Patrick Mahomes just, you know, throws a bunch of turnovers. or throws a bunch of interceptions. Maybe they have like a fumble here and there. And Bills end up winning 20-19. That would be absolutely fucking crazy. I would be much happier for you to predict that though than the whole Steelers record thing. Josh Allen's bouncing around in the backfield and he's just he's directing people and just standing still with a bunch of pressure. He's gonna throw it up deep and it's knocked down. It was close. He got it pretty close there to Keon Coleman. But there's a flag on the play, and I'm imagining this is probably going to be on the Bills for like some sort of holding or something. I mean, there was a lot of extracurricular activity going on in the pass coverage there, but holding on the defense actually. Okay, all right. So it is on Kansas City. But like I said, I did not expect pass interference or anything there just because of the nature of that play. But yes, Nick Bolton was definitely mugging Hollins, number 13. Yeah, Nick Bolton was absolutely holding on that play, no question. I was wondering if they were going to try to call an interference on that play, but nope. Which good, by the way. I don't like it when they call interference over every little silly little thing. Ray Davis, my boy Ray Davis. Good to see him in there playing well. Picks up 4 yards on the run. Now I will say, I am not all about Josh Allen winning the Super Bowl before Joe Burrow, but I can get behind Ray Davis winning a Super Bowl. So if that's what happens, then I will take my wins where I can, right? All right, Josh Allen, shotgun snap, and he's going to throw it short to Khalil Shakir, who had no chance on that play. And I don't know why Josh Allen even threw it. It's going to be 3rd and 9 after like a 2-yard loss. That was like a 3-yard loss, I'm sorry. We will receive so much traffic the day of the Super Bowl. And that, Mikey, is why Cincinnati will never host the Super Bowl. Because we just do not have the type of city infrastructure for something like that. Update the scoreboard? Yeah, you're right. It's the second quarter. Hold on. I'll do it after this play. 3rd and 9. Come on, Bills. Come on. They're a little outside of field goal range here, too. So it'd be tough if they can't get this here. Josh Allen throws. There you go. There you go. Is that Amari Cooper? Whoever it was picked up a first down. Yes, it was Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper picked up a first down. There you go, Bills. Keeping that drive alive. All right. Sorry about that. Second quarter. That's a good slant route there by Amari Cooper. Well-designed play, I'll say. It was just a normal route. It wasn't particularly anything spectacular special by Amari Cooper, but it was a well-designed play. Good heads up by Josh Allen to see the opening there. All right, Josh Allen's looking around in the backfield. He throws. He's going to try to hold on to it and throw, but he fumbles after having the ball knocked out. He recovers it though, so it's going to be. It's not going to be a sack, I guess, I don't know. Is that a sack? I think it's technically a fumble and a fumble recovery, but it's essentially as good as a sack. Josh Allen was trying to tuck it, but in the process of tucking it, he had that ball knocked out. And it's annoying because he kind of had like a drag route there that, you could have picked up like maybe about 5 yards on the play, but whatever. It's 2nd and 20 now, and they're right back to where they started. So shotgun snap for Josh Allen. He's going to throw, and that's caught. Picks up all 10 of those yards back, basically, right there to Hollins. So that's going to be 3rd and 10. 3rd and 13, actually. So I guess they only picked up 7 yards. Thought they picked up a few more than that, but what do I know? The lights go out, we can't watch. Josh Allen, shotgun snap, bouncing around in the pocket. He's going to throw. It's caught! Khalil Shakir over the middle. And he gets it down to about the 6-yard line. There's going to be another Bills first down. They're knocking on the door. Let's go. Let's get a Bills lead here. That'd be pretty nice. Bills taking advantage of that momentum. Good to see. First and goal from the 6-yard line. It's going to be a handoff to James Cook, and he's going to bounce out. And there you go. Gets free. Gets in for the touchdown. There you go. Bills touchdown. Let's go. And more importantly, it is a bad thing for the Chiefs. Yay. Okay, so it is 9-7 Bills pending the extra point. Didn't play last season. Who though? Well, like what's his name? I'll look him up. Oh, here we go. If you know Perry Nickerson, that is my brother's cousin. Strip sack? Yeah, but he recovered it though. Perry Nickerson. I do not know Perry Nickerson at all. Let's see. Looks like most recently on the Jets. Played at Tulane. Oh, so he's actually on the Eagles now, apparently. So he's going to the Super Bowl. Good for him. And he's been on the Eagles all year, it looks like. Cool. 6th round pick out of Tulane. Josh Allen, what am I thinking? Tyler Bass comes out for the extra point attempt, and that's good. So the Bills take a 10-7 lead. So they took advantage of the momentum, and hopefully they can keep the pressure on. Let's see. Perry Nickerson. Kind of been a journeyman type. Drafted by the Jets in the 6th round. Traded to the Seahawks for a 7th round pick in 19 and wasn't able to make the team. And then got picked up by the Jaguars and spent most of the season like both waived and on the practice squad. Or no, okay, so I spent most of the season on the practice squad, but then ended up on the active roster in December and then got COVID, so that's not good. Got signed by the Packers in 2020. Let's see. Oh, okay. So Nickerson got COVID in July of 2020. So like in training camp basically. And then got cut by September. After which the Packers picked him up and then went on injured reserve. So that's unfortunate. Ended up getting back to practicing with the Packers, but never really got back on the roster. And then went to the Vikings after that, and got waived and re-signed, and then signed a future contract, and then got cut, and then got signed to the practice squad. So there was a tumultuous time with the Vikings, I see. Then ended up signing with the Dolphins in free agency last year. But he got cut because Jalen Ramsey got signed, and then he ended up on the practice squad. And so he hasn't really had a chance to play much in the NFL, which is perhaps a bit unfortunate. Like, he played a little bit in his rookie season with the Jets, but since then he's basically been bouncing on and off the practice squad. Recorded one single tackle for the Vikings and a few tackles for the Jaguars, but it was mainly his rookie season for the Jets where he really did much of anything. But that's still cool that he's like in the NFL. And honestly, like, that's got to be one of the best jobs in the NFL, to be like an NFL backup where, like, you know, you spend most of, you know, your career like not actually risking your body, and you still get paid pretty well. Like, not phenomenally well, you know, but like more than the president of the United States. So that's got to be a pretty great job, honestly. I would think. I mean, you still got to bust your ass in practice to keep your job, but, you know, you're also not risking your health like these guys who go out and play, like, go out and go to war every Sunday, you know? Got to be a cushy job. Although then again, if you're competitive enough to make it to the NFL, you're probably not thinking about it like that. You're probably like, you know, I want my chance, you know? Bills finally have the lead. Yep, let's see if they can hold on to it. Fingers crossed they can maintain it. That'd be nice. That would be nice. Yeah, it's going to be a fake handoff to Xavier Worthy and a toss to, is that Travis Kelce? Yeah, I think so. It's Travis Kelce's first catch of the day. It's going to be about an 8-yard catch. Could have been about 6, but, he kind of insisted his way into getting 8 yards there. Houday, pardon my absence, I broke my phone. Well, that's not good, stranger, but I'm glad you're here now. Sorry about your phone, though. 2nd and 2 from the 38-yard line. Patrick Mahomes. Old Kermit the Frog himself hands the ball off to Kareem Hunt, who goes nowhere. Maybe might have gotten a half yard there, but the Bills stuff him at the line. All right, 3rd down. Let's see if the Bills can actually get off the field here. Not feeling terribly optimistic about it, but it's not like we're talking about the Bengals defense here, right? 3rd and 1. It's a long one. It's more like 1.5, but so no tush push here. And that is confirmed by the pistol formation. Patrick Mahomes is going to hand the ball off to Kareem Hunt, and there you go. Bills stop him. I don't even think he got half a yard there. There you go. Chiefs going to have to punt. This got absolutely upended there by number 24 of the Bills. Cole Bishop, the safety, doing a great job of coming in there and getting Kareem Hunt from under his ankles. All right, it's 4th and 1 now, and are they staying on the field? Patrick Mahomes is still on the field, although he's walking toward the sideline now, so maybe they're gonna punt. I don't know. Seems like you wouldn't, like, with the Bills having all the momentum here, seems like you wouldn't want to potentially give them the opportunity to make an absolutely phenomenally massive play here. Like if the Chiefs don't convert this and Josh Allen leads the Bills to a touchdown after this, and then you go into halftime down by at least 10 points. It's 8:29, so there's still plenty of quarter left to play, but seems like a real big opportunity to really cement that. Seems like a real opportunity for the Bills here to really cement their momentum. And it's looking like the Chiefs might risk it. I don't know. They also might just be trying to draw them off sides here. They've done it before. As in earlier this game, they got him to jump. If you'll recall on the play that turned into a fumble. All right, well, they are going for it. Patrick Mahomes is going to keep it himself, and he's going to run for it, and that was easy. Easy. Why would you ever do anything else? He didn't even that wasn't even a struggle. He just had a clear lane. And he turned on the jets, and I think the second he took 2 steps, he knew he was getting that first down. Damn, Bills. All right, from the 45-yard line now. Wasted opportunity by the Bills there. 1st and 10. Be a handoff to Kareem Hunt there, and the Bills doing a pretty good job of handling him on this drive. They might have given him half a yard. Bills doing a pretty good job of Kareem Hunt on this drive. So, that's a positive. Kareem Hunt's going off the field now, though, so I'm wondering if Randy Reid had the same thought. Mahomes in the shotgun formation. He's got a man to his right. I'm guessing that's Pacheco. Yes, that's Pacheco. He's going to throw it up top, and he's got Xavier Worthy, who was open for a fucking mile. And he picks up the first down. So much for that Bills defense, y'all. So much for that Bills defense. Now, I will say we got to qualify. Like the Bills defense ended up putting an overall pretty decent performance against the Ravens last week. The week prior, they dominated the Broncos, but like that was such a overall domination of the Broncos that trying to say that that you're showing some sort of It's going to be a first down there for Patrick Mahomes. Throwing the ball to, was that DeAndre Hopkins? All right. First and 10. They got the ball at the 34-yard line. You remember when the Bills potentially had the opportunity to swing momentum? Yeah, they lost that opportunity now. It's going to be a handoff, and the Bills swallow him, maybe give him about 1.5 yards, maybe 2. Maybe 2. I'm calling it 1 on the field. Dude, I've been yawning like fucking crazy today. 5, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30 left to go in the second quarter for syncing purposes. It is 2nd and 9. It's going to be a handoff to Isaiah Pacheco after a fake throw. And he gets tackled after about a 7-yard gain. Fumbles the ball after he's already well down. So that was interesting, but he was clearly down. So it's actually only a 5-yard gain. My bad. It's gonna be 3rd and 4 after that, and it's an opportunity to at least prevent a touchdown, but you got to actually freaking stop him here. Mahomes is in the shotgun formation. 3rd and 4, 2, 1, and he takes a timeout. Okay. Dude, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Kind of hungry, I guess, but not that damn hungry. Oh, boy. %, okay. Well, it's turned out to be maybe a little bit more competitive than it was looking like it was going to turn into. But I would also argue that that was probably a lot to do with the turnover. And other than the turnover, the Bills' defense has not really been that good today. And they got the turnover. Give them credit for that. All right, Patrick Mahomes. Shotgun snap. Throws. Got Xavier Worthy. Easy. First down. There is a flag on the play, though. Let's see what this is. Be sure nice if it was on the Chiefs. Yeah, 3 drives for the Chiefs so far, one of which was the Bills didn't do anything to get in their way. Personal foul, face mask on the Bills. God, Jesus. On Kyer Elam. And not really. Like, I mean, he grabbed his head, but not the face mask, so yeah. I mean, it's hard to really tell that subtlety on the field, to be fair. So I'm not too mad at the refs on that one, but it wasn't technically a face mask. But, I understand why they called it, though. 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Patrick Mahomes takes a snap, throws, and it's caught. Touchdown. Xavier Worthy. Dives in. Nobody's going to catch him. Jesus. Yep. So that's 3 drives for the Bills, 2 touchdowns. The first of which was a drive where they didn't even, breathe in their way. It looked like the Chiefs just easily marched down the field. On the second one, the Bills did a little better. They almost stopped them a couple of times, but they didn't actually stop them. And then the second drive was looking a lot like the first drive until the Chiefs fumbled. So, fumbled twice, actually, and the second one, the Bills actually recovered. Which is actually funny. All right, so Harrison Butker puts the extra point in. But it's actually funny. So the first fumble, the Bills easily should have recovered. Like, the Chiefs had no business recovering that fumble. The Bills just, kept tripping over themselves and couldn't get that ball. The second one, Patrick Mahomes easily should have recovered that fumble. And he, kind of did. And then the Bills ripped it away from him. So, it's interesting that the Chiefs did not get, or the Bills did not get the fumble they should have gotten on that drive. But they ended up lucking out on an even luckier second fumble. So, I guess it works out. But their defense has just not been good at all today. Not at all. That second drive would have been a touchdown had it not been for the fumble. Patrick Mahomes has a quarterback rating of 144.2 so far. Completed 9 out of 10 passes. They're not even getting in these dudes' way, man. Except for that, there was the one incomplete pass so far was actually a Bills defender, a Bills secondary guy, doing a phenomenal job of playing pass coverage and knocking that ball away, and that was a great play. And other than that, Patrick Mahomes has just been complete. It's been a 100% completion rating out of that one really good play by the Bills defensive back. He's already thrown for 106 yards and a touchdown. Kareem Hunt's run for a touchdown. It's the Chiefs are really just kind of able to do more or less whatever they want out there. And the Bills seem able to slow the Chiefs down, but they don't seem to be able to stop them unless they're recovering a fumble, which reminds me so much of the Bengals defense. So I'm not. The Bengals defense ended up playing well enough to beat the Chiefs earlier this year. Should have played well enough to beat the Chiefs earlier this year. The Bengals offense did not quite hold up their end of the bargain, and then obviously down the stretch at the end of that game, the pass interference on Dejon Anthony kind of killed it. So it ended up being the defense that kind of ended up screwing that game over. But for the most part, you could argue the Chiefs were held in check pretty well by the Bengals defense in that game. But the Bills defense looking a lot like the Bengals defense looked most of the year. Nathan Thomas is my friend's cousin. Right now I'm getting into a Cliff Kingsbury argument. What's your argument? What side? What is the argument about, and what side are you on? There's only one, in my opinion. There's only one argument you can have about Cliff Kingsbury, and it's whether or not he was a good coach. Except there's not much of an argument. The answer is no. Maybe he'd be a good offensive coordinator. I don't know, but he needs to he was not ready to be a head coach when he got the job. That was not, in my opinion, the smartest thing anybody's ever done in their entire lives. Is make that man the head coach of anything at that time in his life. Maybe in the future he'll be better, but his first shot was not smart at all. He was in over his head, I think, and not the way that people accuse Zach Taylor being in and over his head. Cliff Kingsbury was cocky. All right, Josh Allen's gonna fake the handoff, rolls back, has got plenty of time to throw, and he does, and it's dropped. Dalton Kincaid had it. And I think the Chiefs player might have done a good job of knocking that ball down. But it looked like Dalton Kincaid has his hands on it. Probably should have brought that ball down. Let's see the replay here. Yeah, Kincaid catches it both hands. And, and Nick Bolton, he doesn't even get a hand on it. Illegal formation on the Bills. Are you fucking kidding me? After all that anyway. So I guess that doesn't matter whether Dalton Kincaid caught the ball or not. Someone keeps telling me Cliff. So the Chiefs are actually declining it because it'd give the Bills another first down. Someone keeps telling me Cliff called a good game, and I'm confused. He was watching. I do not want anything to do with him. Who's he coach for again? I don't remember who he's with now. The Commanders. He's the offensive coordinator. I don't know. The results didn't look like he did that great of a job to me. But again, I didn't watch the game, so I'm not terribly qualified to tell you how he did specifically. Josh Allen throws, and oh my God. What on earth was that? Wide open Curtis Samuel, who like catches it in the process of falling, but does not secure it, and it just flings out of his hands backwards. Unreal. Like, you were wide open, dude. He was wide open. You know, if he has, like, you know, if he gets his head around, he's easily getting the first down on that play. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Wow. That's like one of the worst drops I've ever seen. In the NFL, of course. I've personally had worse drops, but... All right, Josh Allen rolls out of pressure, and he's going to throw it up high. And I'll argue there was a little extra activity going on there, but the refs aren't going to call it. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I like it when the refs let them play. So, you know, I'm cool. As long as they don't turn around and call the exact same type of flag on the Chiefs or on the Bills in favor of the Chiefs later, then I'm cool. I like it when they, you know, don't, you know, call a lot of penalties, you know? Like, the less penalties we can call, the better overall. As long as it's consistent. Got to be consistent. Which that tends not to be with the Chiefs, so we'll see. All right. And it's going to be returned from about the 25-yard line. He goes backwards a lot, but then he ends up going forwards. And, oh my God, he gets to the 50, 45, 40, 35, gets tackled at the 33-yard line. Normally, it's a bad idea to go backwards when you're returning a punt. But he made a lane for himself and pretty much set the Chiefs up in easy field goal range. So even if they don't get a touchdown, they're at least going to be up by 7 points by the half. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, guys. Absolutely unbelievable. Not that unbelievable. It's the damn Chiefs, but... Well, from the 34-yard line now, Mahomes is going to hand the ball off to Kareem Hunt, and the one play where Kareem Hunt actually, you know, does well is that one. He squeezes through a bunch of Bills defenders for about 7 yards and getting up slowly on the play. So he's looks to generally be okay. He might have got the wind knocked out of him. I don't know, but he's walking off the field, and he's looks like he's going to take the play off, but looks like he's pretty okay. Yeah, might have just got a stinger or something. The way he's like, you know, he's just like, oh, he's like wincing, but, you know, not really, doesn't look terribly concerned, so he'll be fine. Yeah, 9 out of 10 passing attempts so far have been completed for Patrick Mahomes. And there's, oh, nope. There's now it's 9 out of 11 because he tried to throw a screen to Travis Kelce, who just totally dropped it. So 9 out of 11 now for Patrick Mahomes, and one was just a complete and utter nonsense drop there by Travis Kelce, and the other was a phenomenal play by the Bills defensive back there. So Patrick Mahomes has basically yet to throw a bad pass all day, is what I'm saying. Great, phenomenal, awesome. That's just what I wanted to do today, is watch Patrick Mahomes have another really good game. Just exactly what I wanted to see. Patrick Mahomes under a ton of pressure. He's going to throw it up, and oh my fucking God, was that caught? It might have been intercepted, actually. The refs are saying, or the refs are giving that to the Chiefs. There's a flag on the play through all of that. Oh my God, Xavier. So they're giving the ball to Xavier Worthy. Patrick Mahomes, through unbelievable amounts of pressure, just flies that one up in the air for a prayer. And Xavier Worthy, who wasn't even in the area, just like, you know, comes out of nowhere to catch that ball. All the while, Damar Hamlin gets held for, you know, or gets flagged for clear holding, and definitely holding on Travis Kelce there. But, you know, the flag gets waved off because it ended up being a... no, that was an interception. That was an interception. That was no. Okay, yeah. It was initially an interception, but he didn't control the ball to the ground, and it was a 50-50 ball by the time that they got there. Xavier Worthy's going to take the handoff there, and that play gets blown up in the backfield, so at least the Bills have some semblance of pride. Jesus. Yeah, so, and the 50-50 ball goes to the offense. So, and then with the holding penalty, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But it's just, God, you just absolutely hate seeing shit like that. No, it's not Fail Mary 2.0, Mikey, because in this case, like looking at the replay, from my eyes. Wait. Are the Bills challenging it? Can they challenge it after the play? I'm confused. I'm so confused. Are they challenging the... I guess now, after the Chiefs have already run a play, the Bills are challenging the thing, which, like, I'm not sure what you're expecting to accomplish here. Like, if it's overturned and it's an interception, then they're just going to call holding on the guy who was covering Travis Kelce, and the Chiefs are going to get a first down anyway. So, I mean, like, maybe you save about 10 yards or something, but, you don't have the highlight reel catch, I guess. I mean, maybe if you really believe that deeply in momentum, maybe you're saving yourself a little bit of momentum if you don't let him have the highlight reel catch there, if you don't let it technically count. But you're still killing your own momentum with a penalty, so I'm not really sure what the point of challenging this play is. Like, it's going to turn out bad for you no matter what. Like, I don't know about this. I would just move along, personally, especially because you just had a really good play. Well, I guess so. He must have thrown the challenge flag. He must have thrown the challenge flag before, like, well before the play happened, and just, like, most of the refs didn't notice or something like that, and then the Chiefs ran a play. But considering the play worked out in the Bills' favor really well, this might actually end up biting the Bills in the ass, because they might get a few yards back, but the Chiefs are going to get a whole down back. The interception won't stand either way. So, I mean, personally, I'd just move along with my life. You saw Damar Hamlin is a comeback player of the year nominee. Interesting. Isn't he comeback player of the year nominee? I mean, I agreed that Damar Hamlin should have been comeback player of the year he won it. But, like, why this year? Like, is it because he's a starter? Like, I mean, they definitely did not have the same, like a couple years ago, he literally died on the field, and that was unbelievable that he came back to be an NFL player, let alone a freaking starter, when he wasn't a starter originally. Okay, so let's see the result of this challenge. Ruling on the field stands. Okay, thought so. Yeah, the way I'm seeing that on the replay, that's clearly a 50-50 ball. I was thinking that that's an interception initially on the field. Like in the moment I'm thinking that's an interception. But the problem is he doesn't really like the Fail Mary. The problem with the Fail Mary is that was a clear interception by the Packers. This, even if that wasn't a completed catch by the Chiefs, that was an incomplete pass, because he didn't control the ball to the ground. Like, that ball hit the ground before he secured it. So that was that, and in no world was that an interception for sure. All right, Patrick Mahomes tries to throw to DeAndre Hopkins for a little out route there, and it doesn't work out. So it's gonna be 2nd and goal. So like after all that, there's less time on the clock, and the Bills lose a timeout, and the Chiefs are a little closer than they would have been on 2nd down. So I'm not really entirely sure what the point of all that was. Isaiah Pacheco is going to take the handoff there, and that gets about a yard there. When there's only like 3 yards to go, I guess that works out okay. So it's going to be 3rd and goal and 2 to go. And, you know, the Bills can get out of this with only allowing a field goal, then I guess that's something that you can hang your hat on, but not great. You know, Bills offense needs to come out on the next drive and actually do something, though. Like, gotta at least try to go into halftime tied. Like, you know, if you're going to hold them to a field goal here, great. But then you got to get the offense has to go down the field and make it 17-17 at the half. Like you got to have the offense like do something because like you know it has not been a good day for the Bills defense so far today. But I mean I got to say it hasn't really been the best day for the Bills offense either. Bills offense so far, their first drive ended in a punt. Their most recent drive ended in a punt. And the 2 drives in between that was a touchdown and a field goal. So it's looking like they were doing okay there for a minute. But, you know, like half of their drives so far today have been punts. Whereas half of the Chiefs' drives so far today have already been scores. And it's looking like they're going to score again. So you're really kind of like, you really, really, really got to end the drive. Like you got to end the half strong if you want to go into the second half feeling like, you know, you're right there with them, you know? Instead of getting into comeback mode. DeMar didn't win last year. No, he won the year before, in 22. Because he literally died. That wasn't last year. That was 22. And I know that because that was the last time the Bengals were, you know, relevant on the Super Bowl contending stage. 2 of the Defensive Player of the Year nominees are former Saints. Why? Well, Is Marshawn Lattimore one of them? Is one of them... Okay, so former Saints, so it's not current Saints. So one of them is Marshawn Lattimore, I'm guessing, and the other is Trey Hendrickson. And by the way, Trey Hendrickson's going to win it. If Trey Hendrickson doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year, then the whole thing is rigged. Makes no sense. The only reason the Bengals defense was even remotely competent this year was because Trey Hendrickson was on a fucking mission. You know, so like Trey Hendrickson is the Defensive Player of the Year, and you can't convince me otherwise. Oh, Zach Bond, apparently. Oh, I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, DeMar died 2 years ago, and that's when he won Comeback Player of the Year. That's what I'm saying. Not last year. I didn't say it was last year. I said it was 22. I mean, I guess now technically 2 years ago is 2023, but two seasons ago was the 22 season. We're finishing up the 24 season right now. Even though it's technically 2025. Always fun. All right, come on, Bills. Come on. We need a Bills-Eagles Super Bowl instead of Chiefs-Eagles. Like, I really don't want to live in a world where we got to have a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl again. And if we could live in a world where the Chiefs, where Patrick Mahomes has... lost as many AFC Championship games as he's won, that'd be maybe okay. I think actually that still wouldn't be true. It'd be now Patrick Mahomes runs in for a touchdown. Fucking great. Fucking great. Well, now the Bills offense has to get a touchdown in this next drive. Like if they don't, they're going to be really behind going into the half. 20-10. But yeah. Flag on the play. Hold on. I think it's going to be on the Bills, though. I think it's going to be for unsportsmanlike conduct after the fact. Or unnecessary roughness or something like that. Personal foul on the Bills, as I thought. Who literally cares? I mean, I guess it probably counts towards disqualification or something, right? So what happened? Patrick Mahomes bowls through DeMar Hamlin for the touchdown. Easy. and then what happens? Phillips comes in and just like just for no reason hits Travis Kelce, like what? What are you doing? Not that it matters, but like, what are you doing? Harrison Butker almost missed the fucking extra point. He whiffed that, but he got it. He shanked that, but it still went in. So, 21-10. Bills got to get a touchdown on this upcoming drive, or they're in hot water for the second half. So the AFC Championship game has included the Chiefs for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of all 6 of the last years have included the Kansas City Chiefs. And they have won, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so they've won 4 of the last 6. They've won. They lost the Super Bowl, but they won 4 of the last 6 AFC Championship games. So it'd be really nice if the Bills could win, and then they'd at least be 4-3 in AFC Championship games. And then God, if they'll probably fucking make it again next year. It'll be 8 straight, but then maybe the Bengals can beat them, and they can make them 4-4 in AFC Championship games. That would be, a slight consolation for. Just absolutely disgusting display of pain. DeMar died in 22, but he couldn't win it. Oh, he didn't win? Did Geno Smith win that year? That's silly. I swear I remember DeMar Hamlin winning. My bad. Okay, so I guess DeMar Hamlin won. Or I guess Geno Smith won. Which, like, any other year, Geno Smith, absolutely. But, oh, wait, no, 23. Yeah, so it would have been actually the 23 season, not 22. Yeah, no, you're right. It would have been the 23 season he would have been eligible. So you telling me he didn't win last year? Who won last year? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I had my my brain was not connecting the dots there. Joe Flacco, I guess, won. Okay. All right. Yeah, all right. Joe Flacco was pretty good. But I still say DeMar Hamlin. Like, I think I said, I remember talking about who should be defensive player, or who should be comeback player of the year last year. And my argument 100% was DeMar Hamlin, because, like, the dude literally died and came back. Like if you take one snap after dying, how do you not win comeback player of the year? Like, the dude's literally, like, pulled a Jesus on everybody, He literally died and then came back to life to play football. Like, if that's not comeback player of the year material, I don't give a shit if his one play was, like, letting a big touchdown go, and then, somebody else knocks the ball out, and then you recover a fumble, and then you fumble it back to the other team for a touchdown. Like, I don't care if that's the one play you have all year. You died, and then you played in the NFL after dying. You're comeback player of the year. I don't give a shit. Like, Joe Flacco had a great comeback story. Any other year, Joe Flacco, yes, absolutely. But last year, no. No, it was DeMar Hamlin last year, and you can't convince me otherwise. I remember talking about that. I don't remember him not winning, though. Dadgummit, the Bills have fallen behind by double digits. Yep. Let's see if they can get a touchdown here, though. Josh Allen runs out of pressure. He tosses it to Khalil Shakir, picks up about 4 yards. That could have turned out a lot worse than it was, so I guess you'll take it. I hope the defense can get it together and help the offense come back. Yeah, the defense has been horrendous all day today. The one drive that didn't end in points. Actually, the one drive that didn't end up in a first down. Ended up in a just the craziest series of fumbles that you've ever seen. And the first one, the Bills couldn't even take the easy fucking fumble. They had to get lucky and get a second one. So yeah, their defense has been horrendous today. The pass interference on the Chiefs, which is fun. I don't even know if I'd agree that that's pass interference there. Like, mean, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. It's on Watson, by the way. Holding for sure. Holding for sure, but I don't know about pass interference. Like he definitely held Curtis Samuel before he got off his route there. It was caught anyway, but now the Bills have a first down. Like it was caught for just short of a first down. Now they have a first down, so I guess it works out in the Bills' favor. But I don't know if I agree with that being pass interference. Josh Allen shotgun snap. He's gonna throw, and it's caught. Amari Cooper, who's got a little bit of room to run upfield, and he picks up the first down after that. There you go. And he gets out of bounds, so he keeps that clock stopped. Bills have 2 timeouts left, to be clear. So, I mean, they don't need to, really be super conscious of the clock right now. But, you definitely don't want to waste your time either. 1:17 left to go. It's going to be a handoff to number 26, who picks up the first down after all that. Ty Johnson. Okay, there you go. There's another run for Ty Johnson. He picks up about 4 yards on a strong run to the left side. 2nd and 6 now. 47 seconds, 46, 45, 44, 43. Got that clock moving. Josh Allen takes a shotgun snap, rolls back. He throws. Caught wide open is Keon Coleman. And he gets out of bounds. And with 35 seconds left, I guess, I like that the Bills ran the ball. So if you're going to get out of bounds, then that gives you the option to keep running the ball. So that's fair. Still got 2 timeouts left. Don't leave too much time on the clock here, right? Because your defense is playing so bad that Patrick Mahomes will probably get a fucking touchdown if you give him 10 seconds, All right, we are at the 2-minute warning. It is Bills Chiefs, and it is definitely the Chiefs are in control right now. But if the Bills can get in the end zone, then they can at the very least go into the half only down by 4. And I mean, Kansas City's going to get the second half kickoff. Well, they're going to receive the second half kickoff. So. I mean, you're still gonna have to you're still gonna have to figure out how to stop them, but you've got to you're not feeling too terrible if you at least get a touchdown here. Josh Allen's running out of pressure, and he just eventually has to throw that ball away. There's nobody in the area, but he was way out of the pocket, so no worries about intentional grounding or anything. But 2nd and 10, good decision though. You've lived to fight another day. Don't do anything stupid. Very good rush from the outside there. Chris Jones doing a pretty good job of getting in there. And then George Karlaftis ended up chasing down Josh Allen. And he got rid of it before he got sacked. Like I said, it's at this point, don't risk it too hard. You don't want to settle for a field goal, but, don't fucking give the ball up, Josh Allen, shotgun snap, rolls back. He's going to throw, and he's got 13. There you go. And he's got a touchdown. That was a good throw there from Allen to Hollins. There's a flag on the play. Looked to me like pass interference on the Chiefs. And the Bills are celebrating, so I think this is probably going to stand. Mac Hollins. Big time throw there by Josh Allen. 23 seconds left on the clock. So there will be some time for Patrick Mahomes to do something. But they also only have 1 touchdown. Or one timeout. Yeah, Trent McDuffie was all over Mac Hollins there. Easy pass interference call on him. They're going to call it every single time. One-handed, too. And he secured it with 2 hands, but he brought that ball down with 1 hand. That was a great catch by Mac Hollins there. Through the contact. Great play. 23 seconds left. And Tyler Bass kicks it up, and that extra point is good. So the Bills narrow the deficit a little bit. There's a flag on the extra point. I think it counts though. Like I think it's a flag on the Chiefs. So. Oh, the Bills are talking about going for 2. Interesting. Offsides on the Chiefs. Okay, all right. So I guess it's 16 then. The Bills are going to go for 2. All right, let's see if they can make this a 3-point game. That would be interesting. Yep, Chiefs definitely offsides on that play. They tried to jump the snap and block the kick. Didn't work. Well, Bills haven't. Bills are 2 of 2 on 2-point conversions this season. So, probably feeling pretty good about their chances right now. From the 1.5 yard line, looks like Josh Allen takes the snap and he's going to try to run it. Doesn't get it, and he tries to dump it off, and goes nowhere with that. So the Chiefs hold, and it's going to stay 21-16. So that's, that sucks. 23 seconds left, and boy, Chiefs are out of timeouts though, so hopefully Bills don't screw this up too badly. I mean, you never know. If like the way the Bills defense is playing, I wouldn't be shocked to see Patrick Mahomes get the Chiefs in field goal range here. If they can, and Harrison Butker, if Harrison Butker hits that field goal, then you're going into the half with an 8-point deficit, and that's not going to help, dude. That is not going to help. Well, see what we can do. See what we can do. By the way, I got Clash tomorrow night, so that's the only day I won't be able to go live. All right. I can probably make Tuesday work. I don't actually. Now that I think about it, I don't see why. If I'd be able to do Monday, I don't know why I wouldn't be able to do Tuesday. So Tuesday should be fine. I would think. Tuesday should be fine. I would think. Whew. For a game that the Chiefs have generally been kind of dominating today, this has been intense. This has been a real good game so far. Got to give it credit. The Bills' defense has not been bringing their A game today, but the Bills' offense has done well enough to keep them in the game. So, it hasn't been a perfect day from the Bills' offense at all, but they haven't turned the ball over. And they've been scoring enough to keep up with the Chiefs' offense that's just been basically scoring almost at will. If it wasn't for wasn't for the fumble, like honestly, if it wasn't for the fumble, it'd probably be 28-16 right now, like without question. Actually, no, it'd probably be 28-17 right now, because I don't think I think the Bills were behind like that, I don't think they'd be risking the 2-point conversion for no reason. All right, well, still an interesting game so far, nonetheless. Hopefully we can get an interesting Super Bowl, which would pretty much require the Bills making it and not the Chiefs. But we'll see. That's going to be returned by the Chiefs, and maybe not the best decision of all time. 18 seconds left, gets it down to about the 22-yard line, and I guess maybe I get it. Like, see if you can break one, because the likelihood of getting a whole lot done in 18 seconds with no timeouts is probably not super high, but I don't know. Yeah, real bad attempt for a tush push there. It's like if you just gone straight down the middle, maybe you get it. But like Josh Allen tried to get a little cute and go to the left, and it didn't work. So Patrick Mahomes is just going to kneel on it. All right. So Chiefs go into the half of the lead of 21-16. All right. All right. Well, it is halftime. And despite a really pathetic effort by the Bills defense, they're in it. They are in it. They have a shot. You know, offense is going to have to come out and do better in the second half, but you know, hard to say. Hard to say. Just don't know what's going to happen. You do not know. There's a song called "Finally Free," and when Dennis Allen got fired, I started saying that was my soul song. That's funny. Yep. That's fair enough. That's how that's kind of how I felt when Marvin Lewis got fired. Not for the same reasons. I like Marvin Lewis a hell of a lot more than you like Dennis Allen. I promise you that. But it was like we were stuck in this just permanent mediocrity that was like, you know, yeah, at least we're not like terrible every year, but it doesn't feel like we're ever going to really be good enough to do anything of any significance. So it was just like, you know, maybe one day will matter. And when we fired Marvin Lewis, it's like, okay, so we could end up being really bad after this, or we could end up being really good. It's unlikely we're going to go through another period of just being like consistently mediocre for, you know, like 2 decades. And we kind of got both, because like right after Marvin, we ended up with the tied for the worst record in team history. And then, you know, like back-to-back top 5 picks after Marvin got fired. But then we went to the Super Bowl. And then we went to the AFC Championship. And then Burrow got hurt in his 3rd year. Or, well, 4th year. 3rd year that mattered. And then I don't know what the hell this year was. So, I mean, that momentum has kind of cooled off. But... you know, it's like right now it kind of feels like we're back to about the efficacy of where we were at with Marvin Lewis. But at least we know that, you know, we got a chance to be one of the best teams in the NFL if we kind of like, you know, start doing things like halfway decently here before too long. You know, it's going to require, I think, the front office to get their heads back out of their ass. It's going to require, I think, Al Golden to kind of work out to some extent as a like kind of get the defense back to a point where they can complement the offense. The defense doesn't need to be amazing. You know, we don't need a top 5 defense. It'd be nice if we had one, but we don't need a top 5 defense. What we need is a defense that can play well enough to give the offense a chance to go win games. Because, like, the offense is totally capable of that. But, like, when they're forced to score, like, 45 points every game to win, then, you know, it's just unlikely you're going to win a whole lot doing that. Who do you think we should hire? That's a good question. I don't even know who's still available. Robert Saleh. I mean, honestly, Robert Saleh is easily the best coach left available. I don't know how I don't know how nobody's considering him for a head coaching job. That easily Robert Saleh is the best coach available. Maybe you could take a play out of the Raiders book and go sign God, what's that guy's name? Mike Holmgren. Or just someone like super friggin' old, you know. Go hire Vince Lombardi's zombie to, you know, if we're gonna be hiring fucking Pete Carroll at this point, might as well, right? Dan Quinn, maybe. Dan Quinn might be an okay guy to go with. I don't know, he's head coach of the Commanders. Never mind. I forgot about that. Yeah. Who should you guys go with? Let's see, who's even available right now? Ejiro Evero might be an okay decision. I don't know. Maybe not so much. I think Joe Brady might work out okay for you guys. Um, yeah, probably Joe Brady's probably the best guy left available, right? Like I know we said no Joe Brady before, but at this point, considering who's left available, yeah, I mean like him, Ajiro Evero, uh, Kellen Moore, maybe would be a good move. Todd Monken. I mean, maybe not Todd Monken. I don't know. I feel like Todd Monken's like a little overrated, but Wes Phillips. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, that'd be a Eric Bieniemy. Really, that's who you guys should hire. Like, how the fuck has nobody hired Eric Bieniemy at this point? I could not tell you, but yeah, that's who. If I had to pick one guy right now, I would say probably your best bet right now is probably Joe Brady. But like as far as like somebody who's maybe a little bit more reliable than Joe Brady, just because like a lot of people would like would you even be hiring Joe Brady for the right reasons is the question because of all of the like the New Orleans connections and everything or the Louisiana connections and everything like that. So probably the safest bet would be Ajiro Evero. Might be a good move. What was your soul song when Marvin got fired? I don't know if I had a soul song. I mean, you're not gonna recognize half of the shit that I would be saying anyway. I don't know. I didn't have one, but I'll come up with one for you. Walk with Me in Hell, maybe. Just something super fucking edgy, like not necessarily as like something just like a little too over the top on purpose, just because it's like, Marvin Lewis was fine. It's just that he was perpetually fine, and we wanted at least a chance to be better than fine one day. The Dying Song, that would be another one that would be a good. No, the Dying Song would be more like during Marvin Lewis, maybe not once he got fired. Anti-Cure? I don't know. It's not really a cure, but history is silent. Just something really edgy that's just like too over the top, but it's all also on purpose. How about This Is Exile? It's like like he should have been fired years before he did. Like I thought he should have been fired after 2015. Like the way the team just completely fucking collapsed, and the way the defense like in not the Super Bowl, and what felt like our Super Bowl, the 2015 playoff game against the Steelers, the way the defense just completely fucking fell apart, like out of goddamn nowhere, at the very tail end of that game. Yeah, you blame Gunther, but I think you also blame Marvin Lewis for not having his guys like mentally prepared in that moment. And I wanted to move out. I wanted to move on from Marvin after the 2015 playoff loss. Hell, I wanted to move on from him after the 2013 playoff loss. Like I was tired of the playoff losses before we even got to 6. I was tired after 4. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. I think we still have a little bit of time during halftime, so I'm going to go P for the D. Salah got hired. Oh, I'll have to check out who that is here in a second. I'm going to go P for the D, and I don't know if I have a video, unfortunately, which is annoying because I kind of changed all my stuff around. Do I? No? See if I can find a video. We're going to do, let's see, what's my most recent video? That'd probably be a good one to put out, right? There's a Bengals defensive coordinator search, I think, was the last one. So, I don't know. Yeah, let's do the Bengals defensive coordinator search, because somebody asked me like my thoughts on Golden, and this is the closest you're going to get to a video that was my thoughts on Golden, even though it was obviously before. But
for a Bengals defense that finished 25th in sacks, despite, as I said earlier, Trey Hendrickson finishing as the NFL's league leader in sacks, y'all. But the Bengals defense finished 25th. Yeah, I think that it might be possible that that would be a good thing to focus on for the defense in the upcoming season. Welcome to the jungle, everyone. I'm Kyle Phelps, and the Bengals have one chance to get this right. As you recall, the Bengals missed the playoffs for a second straight season, despite Joe Burrow finishing as the league's leader in passing yards and touchdowns. Jamar Chase finishing with the Triple Crown as the league's leader in receptions, yards, and touchdowns, and Trey Hendrickson finishing as the league's leader in sacks. Not great. Heads accordingly rolled, and one of the casualties was defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo. Now, Zach Taylor is essentially being given the opportunity to hit the reset button on his staff. He won't get this chance again, but he needs to get the hire right like he seems to have done with offensive coordinator Dan Pitcher. They got a good opportunity because the last time they were interviewing defensive coordinators, they got turned down by basically everybody that they were looking at, and Zach had to go call on his old buddy Lou Anarumo, be like, hey, we need somebody to do the defense here. Can you just do it for now? And then he just kind of stayed for a while. So we're going to be breaking down the options today. Before we get into that, though, I appreciate if you like the video and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the wish list guys out of the way first, right? Because I'm not exactly expecting the Bengals to hire these guys. But, as I said, when the Bengals originally hired Anarumo, it came as the result of literally every other candidate that the Bengals pursued at the time turning down the job. At the time, the Bengals looked like a complete dumpster fire, and Zach was seen as an experimental coach, so experienced guys didn't want to necessarily, put their name behind something like that. Obviously, the Bengals are a much more established team at this point than they were back in 2019. They've poured a lot of resources into the defense, in particular money, but they've also poured some draft picks into the defense, and there's way more talent on this squad now than there was in 2019, despite the less than ideal results over the last couple of seasons. Therefore, I think it's going to be a much more attractive job this time around. My absolute dream scenario is Robert Saleh. The Jets fired him for dubious reasons, let's say, after a 2-3 start. In fairness, he did have a 20-36 record with the team and never finished a season better than 7-10, so team owner Woody Johnson probably wasn't too happy with that, and he probably wasn't too happy with the fact that in addition to all of that, the offense was only averaging 18.6 points per game, despite massive investments into Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. There were also some political accusations of the reasons why there was a firing of Robert Saleh and a rift with Aaron Rodgers. But results didn't improve after the firing, so, none of it really matters. They finished 5-11, though, and only broke the 30-point mark twice the entire rest of the season, so I don't think it was exactly his fault. That said, they sported a top 5 passing defense in virtually every relevant category in every single season that Saleh was the coach there, so might be nice if we could get a little bit of that magic, Honestly, if we're looking at former head coaches, there are a few decent other options that might help Zach run the team well. I don't know if he's necessarily going to go for them. Look, there's Jack Del Rio. I'd love Matt Eberflus. Brian Flores, not you. Hell, maybe the Bengals could talk Aaron Glenn into coming to a different Cat team, right? Now, a more realistic option might be Al Golden, who was the Bengals linebacker coach when they went to the Super Bowl with Zach a few years ago. He spent some time as the Miami Hurricanes head coach prior to that, earlier in the decade, and then left the Bengals to take a defensive coordinator position with Notre Dame, where he's done a phenomenal job. That said, I think Zach wants to stay in as much control of the squad as he can. In general, that does seem to be the way he operates. The Bengals have already interviewed Raiders defensive coordinator Patrick Graham and Patriots defensive coordinator DeMarcus Covington for the job. They do seem to kind of be what the Bengals look for in a lot of these hires. Young, not ridiculously strong person.
All right. back from peeing for the D. And also eating a few pierogies and stuffing them in my face because I'm hungry and I'm not going to really get to actually sit down and eat for like probably like at least another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if we end up getting lucky and getting overtime here. Now, I do have to get up early, but I wouldn't mind overtime for this game. This game has been pretty good so far. All right. So Chiefs return it to about the 25 where they get tackled. So update, I saw you said Saleh got hired, and I was like, by who? But then I remember he got hired by the, rehired as the defensive coordinator in San Francisco, which everybody on the planet knows is like a one-stop type of, like one season type of stop for him, because he's going to go to San Francisco, rebuild his reputation as a really brilliant young coach, and he's almost certainly going to have another head coach job next year. All right, Patrick Mahomes fakes the handoff and just, like, runs. Like, nobody's even fucking paying attention to him. Like, you guys know who you're playing, right? Jesus, Bills. Not a good way to start. Not a good way to start. Joe Brady declined. What did he decline? Oh, he declined the Saints coaching job. Interesting. That's... Wow, okay. All right. Because he must really like being with the Bills as the offensive coordinator. Which, I don't know, it sounds like a fun job to have. Kareem Hunt just gets, he gets hit in the background, or he gets hit in the backfield, and he plows through like 3 guys to still end up gaining about 2 yards. Could have gotten taken down for like a 3 or 4 yard loss. Man, it's making it look silly out there, dude. I will give Clint credit. He was way better than Pete Carmichael, but he was not my guy. I think Clint did a pretty good job with what he had to work with this year, you know? Like, with all the injuries, and the Saints were still pretty okay. Are they going to call pass interference on the freaking Bills on that play? Looking like what the Chiefs are expecting, but, like, I don't know. It didn't look like pass interference to me, but let's see the replay. Pass interference on the Bills. Ugh. It looked fine to me, but let's see. All right, Mahomes. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. He's grabbing the jersey, and he comes off of that jersey, you know, but maybe not enough. Maybe to the point where you could argue that it was holding and not pass interference, but, you know, it'd be a first down either way. All right, so it's going to be a double flea flicker. And Mahomes throws to Isaiah Pacheco, who trips and falls, gets back up on his feet before the Bills come down to touch him, and he picks up about 2 total yards out of that. So, Bills lucked out because, I mean, if he doesn't trip and fall, he's got a first down easily. Yeah, Pacheco easily could have gotten the first down there. Didn't. Could have. 2nd and 8 from the 45-yard line. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation, takes a snap, hands the ball off. Kareem Hunt picks up about 5, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 4. Chance to get off the field here. But you got to actually fucking stop them, which they haven't done basically all day today. It's going to be 3rd and 3, actually. I was incorrect. Update scoreboard. Thank you, Mikey. I don't know why I'm so bad at that. I don't know why I'm so bad at remembering to do that. See, that's part of why I made the cards, so that I could, I could do it easily. But apparently it's not helping enough. All right, Mahomes shotgun snap on 3rd and 3. Rolls back, throws, wide open. Just so wide, unbelievably wide open. It's like they're not even fucking trying. Be a first down. Hollywood Brown. Yep. He's wide open at the 45-yard line. There's not a bill in the fucking zip code. Eventually, the safety who's hanging out somewhere in the area ends up actually face masking him out of bounds, and the refs don't call it, which is, you know, Patrick Mahomes is going to point to that one play and be like, look, see, we don't get calls. Kareem Hunt takes the handoff, and he gets swallowed in the backfield, so that works out in the Bills' favor. Okay, cool, I guess. All right, 2nd and 11. So, I mean, try to do something here, you know. Haven't done much all day. Patrick Mahomes rolls back. He's looking around. He's got a lot of pressure. He throws it over the middle, and it's tipped, but it falls harmlessly to the field, and it's going to be 3rd and 11 now. They're probably in range for a long Harrison Butker field goal here, but it definitely would be no gimme. It'd be no gimme, but Harrison Butker is one of the best kickers in the NFL, without question. And so I'd expect them to make it if they have to kick from here, and I would imagine they would too. If the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, I'll be kind of happy for D-Hop, but still hate everything. I mean, sure, you know, DeAndre Hopkins is a good guy. I don't hate DeAndre Hopkins, but I don't currently want him to win a Super Bowl. Maybe on a different team. There you go! I think Matt Milano got Patrick Mahomes for a sack there in the backfield. Patrick Mahomes was trying to, outrun him, but, you know, he found a really good angle there. So the Chiefs might actually have to punt here. That's way too long to try to go for. It's going to be like 4th and 15. It's too far, way too far for a field goal. So, yeah, they're going to have to punt. It's the first punt the Bills have forced all day. It's 4th and 16, actually. From the 43-yard line. I mean, you know, it's like 42-yard line. But, you know, still, it's like the likelihood of a field goal is so low. You got to punt at this point. Bills defense actually does something. They have life, y'all. They exist. All right, punt is away. And this is most likely... Oh, no, it's a touchback. Okay. All right, well, they had the opportunity to pin him. But Bills' offense has a chance to potentially go retake the lead if they can get in the end zone on this next drive. So, worth pointing out. They have been heating up a little bit. Like I said, worth pointing out. You graduate this year. From what? You don't fucking graduate. Graduate from fucking sophomore year or something, maybe. Graduate. Fuck off. Not sophomore year, junior year. No way you graduate. You're what, 16? From lower school, okay. I don't... Lower school, that's a weird concept. Back in my day, we had a high school and middle school and elementary school, and we liked it. Lower school, my ass. You must be in a populated area, then. Not in a normal school. Yeah, but I mean, the structure is typically, you know, the structure is typically still like high school, junior high, elementary. I mean, I don't know how it works in New Orleans, but I mean, typically, you know, regardless of what kind of school you're at, that's typically the way that it works. Although, I will say, I know my daughter went to Fairfield High School for a little while, and they had one school that was just all freshmen. They had a freshman school and then an everybody else school. If you're 16, you graduate to upper school. Right, no, I understand that's what you're saying. But I've never heard of that before. That stop is what the Bills needed to try to get back in it. Yep. The defense came through. The defense came through, and they haven't really been doing it at all today. But they came through, and they got the job done. So, I mean, we could, you know. I just looked at Twitter, and Johnny Barks is over here bellyaching like. Now, he did say this 5 hours ago, to be fair. So this was probably a response to the Chiefs-Eagles game. So never mind. I read this as a comment about the game right now, but he said we're really getting Chiefs-Eagles, aren't we? Maybe not. You know, I still, like, the Chiefs still have black magic on their side. So, From the 20-yard line, Josh Allen's going to hand the ball off to James Cook, and he picks up about 5 yards. It's a decent little run there for the opening play of the possession. I like it too. You know, don't get too head full of steam here. You know, still like go out there, just play normal football. Don't like go too crazy. You know, you're still behind here. You still gotta build into something, right? You don't want to overextend yourself right now. You want to like march down the field, get yourself in the end zone, get a touchdown, and take the lead back. There you go. James Cook takes the handoff, and he bounces out of a guy 40, 50, down to the 45. He gets across midfield down to about the 44-yard line. So that's a really good run there. And so, yeah, you'll take that. You know, I'm not saying don't go down the field. I'm just saying don't, like, you know, get too ahead of yourself here right now. Let's see, 30, 40, 50, 45. That actually gets down to about the 40-yard line. Okay, never mind. I guess I was off by about 5 yards there. But, yeah, great run there by James Cook. 33-yard run, longest run of the night. Like I said, the Bills' offense is heating up a little bit, which is definitely, you know, you'd rather be... Obviously, you'd rather be the Chiefs right now because the Chiefs are winning, and the Chiefs have black magic. But James Cook's going to take the handoff again, and he picks up about 5 yards. So, you know, like I said, you'd rather be the Chiefs right now because the Chiefs have black magic on their side, and they're winning. So you can't say you'd rather be the Bills right now, but you know, the momentum definitely feels like it's in the Bills' favor right now. So it's about keeping your head cool and going and taking advantage of the situation and just keeping the pressure on, you know, and like, you know, if you're destined to take the lead on this drive, great, but you know, don't get too far ahead of yourself because that's how you let the Chiefs right back into the momentum fight. 2nd and 4. It's I formation. It's going to be a pitch to Ty Johnson, who only picks up about 2 yards there. So it's going to be 3rd and 4, or 3rd and 2, I think. No, 3? Yeah, 3rd and 3. I know an Eagles fan who made a diss track dissing a lot of teams, the Saints included. Good for him, I guess. It's weird. And my stream just cut out. That's wonderful. God, that one was working pretty well for me, too. I think I haven't had to restart that since I found it. All right, so it's 3rd and 3. I got a new stream up now. That one was working pretty well. I'm sad to see that one go. But it bugged up on me. So, anyway, 3rd and 3. Bills got the ball at the 35-yard line. Josh Allen's going to take it himself, and he is not able to get a first down. Picks up about 2 yards, but he gets tackled pretty easily there. And it's 4th down, 4th and 1. So they're definitely in field goal range here. Like this would not be, you know, I mean, it wouldn't be an easy gimme field goal, but it wouldn't be like, you know, a phenomenally hard field goal. But I wouldn't be shocked to see the Bills go for it here because you really got a good chance to take some level of, not control over this game, but to really establish your presence here in the second half. So maybe take the risk. Yep, Josh Allen's going to take it himself, and he finds a seam and he gets it. First down. There you go. Bills pick up the 4th down conversion. It wasn't exactly the best play call of all time, but Josh Allen made it work. I guess if you got Josh Allen on your team, you give him a chance to make the play happen. Be nice if the Bengals would do that literally all of the time, because they got a player who's a better quarterback than Josh Allen. But you know, what do I know? What do I know? I'm just a biased hater Bengals fan, right? From the 31-yard line, 1st and 10, Josh Allen's going to pitch it to the left to Ty Johnson, who's got a good seam. There you go. Picks up about 8 yards before he's tackled. Good run there by Ty Johnson. Made one cut and just turned on the Jets after that. Really kind of exploiting that Chiefs defense right now. 2nd and 2. Josh Allen's in the shotgun formation. Ty Johnson gets the handoff. Oh, nope. Josh Allen actually takes it. And that works out great because Ty Johnson got eaten alive in the backfield there. And Josh Allen's going to run it down to about the 9.5-yard line before he's tackled. So that works out. It's going to be a Bills first down. Yeah, great decision there by Josh Allen to take that ball. And it fooled everybody, including me. And it fooled the Chiefs, too. It opened up an easy running lane there for Josh Allen. And, big run. All right, it's going to be a fake handoff, and it's going to be a toss to number 88 there, Dawson Knox. And he picks up most of those yards there. I think he gets down to about the 1-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, so that works out. Throwing a bit of a screen, a bit of a tight end screen there, and great blocking by the Bills wide receivers to give him the lane on the outside there. Maybe just slightly better blocking. He might have gotten in the end zone, but, you'll take it all day. That was a great play. 2nd and goal from the 2. So he got it to the 2. I thought he got it to the 1, but I guess not. Josh Allen's under center. He's going to take the handoff he's going to take the snap, hand it off to James Cook, who picks up about 1.5 yards out of the 2 that he needed. So it's going to be 3rd and goal now. It'll be 3rd and goal. If the Bills win, what would you do? Be glad that the Chiefs aren't in the Super Bowl and then sign off and finish my pierogi. I'm not going to be that excited about the Bills being in the Super Bowl, Mikey. Josh Allen tries to sneak it on that play, and he picks up about 0.5 yard. So it's going to be 4th and just 1 now. So the question is, are they going to go for it? I would imagine probably, because that seems to be the Bills' MO here. Be pretty funny if they drew him off sides, though. And you know what is not funny, but it would about stand to reason, is my stream freezes right at that moment. So probably missed the play at this point. Nope, I'm not. Okay, cool. I actually get to watch the play. Let's see. Josh Allen takes the snap. He's got a lot of pressure, but he's going to dump it off to James Cook, who I think got it in. He did. The Chiefs stopped him, but he extended that arm as he was going down and got it in the end zone for a Bills touchdown. The Bills take the lead. There you go. If the Bills win, Mikey, I would be happy for the Bills and move along with my life, because I'm not exactly thrilled about the idea of the Bills making it to the Super Bowl either. It's just better than the Chiefs. Yeah, sorry, you're not going to get a big emotional reaction out of me today either way. It's just not my day to do that. Great job by James Cook to keep his arm down. Get that arm in. Keep the one arm down, that way he can get his other arm in. Kind of catapult himself. So it's going to be a 2-point conversion after all that. Josh Allen takes the shotgun snap, and he's through a lot of pressure, and he fumbles, and then the Bills recover the fumble. So that did not work out. But the Bills still have the lead, 22-21. So that's interesting. That pretty much cements the fact, I think, that the Bills are not, that my score prediction is going to be wrong. Because we had a chance, if they had gotten the 2-point conversion, then, one more field goal from each team, and I could have been spot on. But now the Bills are 5 points away, and it seems pretty unlikely. I mean, unless they get a field goal and a safety, then it seems pretty unlikely that I'll be right about the score. But, not too far off. I mean, we're still in the third quarter here, so we got plenty of time left to play. The way the Bills' offense is playing, I would imagine it would be pretty unlikely that we're going to get the Bills are going to only score 27 points or less than 27 points. But you never know. One time my dad made me do a bet this season where I needed the Chiefs to win. That sounds like hell for me, Mikey. I don't know if that really affected you much, but... Well, did you win? Did you win your bet? I mean, if you needed the Chiefs to win, you probably won your bet. Like, not too many times this year where the Chiefs did not win a football game. Hopefully this is one of the few. Hopefully this is one of the few. I just even with the Bills playing pretty well right now, seems like a tall ask. Even though I did predict the Bills to win by a field goal, that's the logical side of me, trying to like look at how these teams have generally been performing over et cetera, and thinking like, hey, the Bills are generally kind of the better team. Yeah, they handled the Chiefs pretty well last time they played them. I still think they're gonna win, but I don't think it's gonna be as much of a blowout this time. It wasn't a blowout last time. It was like it was a 9-point win, I think. Or no, it was an 11-point win, but so it wasn't a blowout last time, but it was definitely a pretty decisive win last time. This time, I don't think it'll be decisive. I just think the Bills are going to outlast them, which, they're kind of doing right now. I mean, their defense is going to have to play a little bit better to finish them off, but they did well in that last one. It was the Broncos blocked field goal game. Oh, really? Wow. So you came pretty close then, huh? That was pretty close to going the other way. Bet you were watching that intently. All right, so the kickoff is away, and that is going to be fair caught in the end zone for a touchback. Chiefs playing with a 1-point deficit here. Defense could really make a statement on this drive by not letting them get any points, giving the offense a chance to go out there and start taking control of this game. But, obviously tall task for this defense. From the 30-yard line, it's going to be a handoff to Kareem Hunt. And I think they might have heard me because they tackled him. I think they maybe gave him a quarter of a yard, not even a half a yard there. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the Bills defense heard me. In which case, I say good. I hope you did. And I hope it pissed you off. And I hope you play better because of it. Because I want you to win. I was streaming the Saints game, but I had an eye on the game. That's fair enough, then. One sec, Jay. 2nd and 10. Patrick Mahomes takes the shotgun snap. He's under pressure and gets hit as he throws. And it looks like he was looking for Travis Kelce, but could not get that ball off fast enough. Bills defense kind of starting to come alive right now, which is good to see. 3rd and 10, can you get off the field here? That would be really nice, but knowing the way this game's gone, I'm guessing probably not. Ed Oliver got a good hit on him. Kind of surprised he didn't get flagged for that, just because it's Patrick freaking Mahomes. Never know. Maybe the refs are trying to make a statement like, no, we don't do whatever he wants all the time. Boy, wouldn't that be nice. 3rd and 10. And I'm guessing it's going to be a false start by the Chiefs because just like everybody kind of came off the field like everybody went early, and usually that's a false start. Yeah, they're calling false start on the Chiefs. So far, looks like it's been a pretty fairly called game with maybe even a bit of a what do you call it? A bit of a advantage as towards the Bills as far as the calls go. Nothing unfair that I've seen so far, but a bit of an advantage towards the Bills as far as calls go. And, I think you typically see when the Chiefs aren't getting the calls, they're typically not winning. So we'll see if that holds up, though. We still got a whole quarter left to play. And the refs need to make their statement at some point. From the 25-yard line, Patrick Mahomes takes a shotgun snap. He rolls back. He throws. Ooh. He got him, and he couldn't bring it down. Hollywood Brown. I want to see on replay, because it looked like he actually hit him, and Hollywood Brown just didn't come down with it. Well, he was out of bounds anyway. Yeah. Not able to catch it. It was a little too low for him. But even if he did catch it, his foot was out of bounds. So, no dice. 4th and 15. Bills defense holds once again. The Bills' defense is starting to come alive, which is good to see. Punt is away, and that's going to be returned from the 24-yard line, and he's going to dance to the 30, and then he didn't really get much out of that. But, hey, it ain't nothing. Bills get the ball at the 30. The botched 2-point attempt allows a Butker field goal to give the KC the lead again. Well, that would require the Chiefs to get down the field, which the Bills' defense is playing better in the second half than they did in the first half. So, that's something. That is definitely something. Butker can kick an 80-yard field goal. He's not that damn good. Harrison Butker is one of the best kickers in the NFL, but he's not 2019 Justin Tucker or 2015 Justin Tucker. How long has Justin Tucker been in the NFL? Jesus. It feels like he's been in the NFL for literally like half my fucking life. Uh, 2012 apparently, not as long as I thought. So let's see. How old was I in 2012? I was 20, I think. I don't remember when the draft that year was. But the draft is usually around my birthday. And if he was undrafted, he probably didn't sign with the team until after my birthday. So I was probably 20. Apparently, to promote himself for the draft, Tucker shot an uncut and unedited 5-minute YouTube video of him making all 10 of his field goal attempts from left, right, and center angles, and the distances ranging from 30 to 55 yards out. At the end, Tucker looked at the camera and said, "Pick me." What a fucking legend, dude. And then he didn't get drafted. That's the funny thing. Like that legendary story. And then he didn't get drafted, and then he went on to be one of the greatest kickers of all time. And that's in a year where the few kickers did get drafted. Notably, Randy fucking Bullock, of all people, being drafted by the Texans, not the Bengals, but not the point. Greg Zuerlein, who was a pretty damn good kicker in the NFL. Blair Walsh, who was, he was up and down. He wasn't, Greg Zuerlein was definitely the best of these kickers. And then John Potter, who I don't even know who the fuck that is. Apparently he signed as an undrafted free agent with the Ravens on my birthday. So what a wonderful birthday present that was, I guess. Not really, yeah. John Potter was, I guess, the Bills kicker in 2012, and then the Redskins kicker in 2013, and then didn't make a team in 2014, and then he was pretty much out of the league after that. James Cook takes the handoff, picks up about 4 yards on the run, straight up the middle. There you go. There's a flag on the play. Bullock ruined Burrow's debut. Yeah, he really did. He was awful. Flag on the Chiefs, huh? Interesting. Illegal hands to the face. Dude, I'll tell you what. I swear to God, if the Chiefs lose this game, they're going to start talking about all the calls that went against them, and then we're just going to look at them straight in their fucking faces. It's going to be like, yeah, sucks, don't it? Man, losing that way must be terrible. Josh Allen, shotgun snap, hands the ball off to James Cook, who has a full head of steam, picks up about 9 yards on the play. And so it's going to be second and maybe 2, because it was about 8.5 yards, really. But point being, Okay, I will be right back. All right. So 2nd and 1 now after that. It's 1.5, but still. Josh Allen's going to under center, hand the ball off to Ray Davis, who gets past one guy, but can't get past the second guy, and picks up maybe a total of 1 yard. But like I said, it was about 1.5 to go, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 now. 3rd and inches almost, really. They're calling it a full 1, and I don't know if I agree with that. All right, Josh Allen, shotgun snap, is going to tush push and did not get it. Short. Well, maybe. I don't know. They kept pushing after the fact, and he might have gotten it. I don't know. It depends if they. I don't know if they called the play dead. Like he had his momentum was stopped, and they definitely stopped him. But I guess the question is, did they blow the whistle on the field? Because I mean, he was definitely stopped, but did they push him past the line of scrimmage after the momentum stopped? And if they didn't call it dead on the field, then that may count. Let's see. I'm gonna see it again here because my stream did stupid. I don't think he did get it across the line. I don't think he did. Maybe he did. I don't know, but I don't think he did. On the field, they're calling it 4th down. I don't think this is going to get overturned. Let's see. Got a good angle here. Josh Allen gets hit, pushed back, and then goes down. And I think he's just down. I think he's just short, like straight up. He may have gotten back up and pushed, but I don't think that was going to be enough. It's going to be 4th and 1 now. And you'd think they'd go for it based off of the way that they've been doing all game and based off of the general success they've had at it. I mean, I don't know. It's tough. You're not in really ideal field position to be going for it here, but you're also not in terrible field position to be going for it either. Dude, my stream is just completely fucked right now. I don't know what to do. Let's try a different one here. Like, I feel like I'm going to miss the damn play. Although I thought that earlier and I didn't. Oh my god. Not trying to get Tony Romo's voice demonetizing my channel. Into the 3rd quarter, so I guess they're going to have some commercial time to think it over. So heading into the 4th quarter, and I mean, if the Bills get a first down, then they really have a good chance to start, like, you know, kind of pulling the game into their orbit here. Obviously, they're going to, you know, it's not, you know, they're winning by 1 point right now. There's no, it's like there's no guarantees right now, and you don't want to, like, you know, overcommit and then, like, you know, make a mistake and then let the Chiefs back into it. But at the same time, you know, this is like, you know, it's win or the season's over. So, you know, and, you know, like, you know, and or it's and like if you do win, you get to go to the Super Bowl. So maybe you know, make a bold thing. What is up with this stream, dude? I'm so freaking annoyed. I do not normally have this much problem. Don't feel bad for them at all. Yeah, dude, they're gonna complain. They always do. Like they complained when it was when we beat them. They were like, "Oh, the refs and bad calls," and it's just like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You guys are complaining about bad calls. Like, are you serious right now?" But they bellyached, they bitched constantly when we beat them. Like when we beat them, like what was it, like 3 times in a row. We beat them in the regular season and then the AFC Championship, and then we beat them again in the regular season of the next season. And heading into the AFC Championship game, they were just like, the refs have always been on your side. And I'm like, the Bengals, the refs have always been on the Bengals side. Okay, buddy. All right. They're the most spoiled, rotten fucking fan base, which is, well, no, they're not. No, they're not. The Steelers fans are the most spoiled, rotten fan base. Overall, like historically, it's just it's not even close. But the Chiefs fans are the most mind-bogglingly spoiled, rotten fan base because, like, until Mahomes, they've had no reason to be spoiled, rotten. Like they're not a fan base that has been spoiled at all. But then Patrick Mahomes becomes their quarterback, and suddenly, like, they just think they're like king shit all the time. It's fucking wild. Dude, what is going on? My fucking streams have just all, like, every single one of them's cut out on me. Got at this rate, I'm going to have to, like, call the box score. Alright, looks like the Bills did go for it. And, they got across, I think they might have gotten it, but then the Chiefs are saying that they recovered a fumble. So I'm confused. The refs are saying the Bills have it though, so I think the Bills picked up the first down on 4th and 1. So good play there. I didn't see what happened, so I'm sure I'll see on the replay here. Okay, so Josh Allen dives over top and tucks it in to himself, and he does fumble, but there's no clear recovery by the Chiefs at all. So I mean, it's called. Yeah, there's no camera angle you're ever gonna see that gives the Chiefs this ball. In fact, even just like kind of trying to pay like if you're trying to maybe see what's going in there, it's not clear and decisive evidence, but it does look like Josh Allen kind of recovers that fumble. He did clearly fumble, but the Chiefs, without a clear recovery, there's no way that the refs would overturn that. So the Bills have the ball at midfield now, 1st and 10. Be a handoff to James Cook, and he gets smacked as he runs with a full head of steam, and ends up picking about 1.5 yards after that. What if OKC trades for Jimmy Butler? I don't care. Don't care. I don't. Never been the biggest fan of Jimmy Butler, really as a human being, and I don't like OKC. So, I mean, I guess, I don't know. It seems like a match made in hell, right? I don't know anything about OKC. Maybe it would be... I mean, he's really talented, so maybe that would help them. But he's also kind of a dick. 2nd and 8. Josh Allen's in the shotgun formation. He's going to throw it short to Khalil Shakir as my stream cuts out once again. And there we go. It just paused, and now we're back, and he picks up about 7 yards on the screenplay, and my stream... freezes once again, and this is the stupidest fucking thing. I am going to fucking scream. Somebody can't give me a stream that actually fucking works. All right, 4th down and 1, apparently. Josh Allen's pushing it himself, and I think he got it. I think just barely, but I think he got it. Chiefs are saying he didn't, but I mean, you could see his body go across the line. And I think that's a bad spot. The refs are giving him a bad spot. The spot the refs are giving him might not be a first down, but I think you can clearly see it's a bad spot. Like, I mean, you can see right across the line, Josh Allen's got the ball, and the tip of that football, at the very least, you can see is across. Yeah, right there. That ball is at the very least across the line, and that's a bad spot by the refs. That is a horrendous spot by the refs. Absolutely despicable, spot by the refs. Maybe it's a makeup call. I don't know. But I mean, I think even on replay you can tell that he just barely got across that line, but he did. There's no question to me. That convert was a thing of beauty and keeps the ball from Mahomes to work his voodoo. Yeah, well, hopefully they convert this one. Depends on what the refs do. You're leaving it up to the hands of the refs on that one, and that's what you really don't want to do when you're playing the Chiefs. You do not want to leave it in the hands of the refs. You play the game the way you play the game, but it's not just the Chiefs either. You don't want to leave the game in the hands of the refs. Period. You want to beat, another team. You don't want to win because of the refs, because you can't rely on the refs, and unless you're Patrick Mahomes, who generally can. But I have to say this game today has been called pretty fairly, and you could maybe even argue a little bit in favor of the Bills, but not by a significant amount, but by enough that if the Chiefs lose, they're gonna fucking complain about it. And if they win, they're gonna deny that there's any untoward activity, and they're gonna just be like, look at us. Chiefs fans are gonna be stupid about this no matter what happens. I promise you. But I bet you anything. If the Bills win this game, the Chiefs fans are gonna be all on the fucking social media talking about the refs this, refs that. You're gonna have fucking how about them Chiefs is going to be probably making a video. I guarantee you he's going to make a video. He's going to be like, oh, I thought the Chiefs got all the calls. Like, I guarantee you. Like, I can see it now. That's going to be the first video he fucking releases. Bet you anything. If they lose this game. Sore-ass fucking losers and sore-ass winners. It's just the most annoying fucking fan base that has no right to be, Like, I hate Steelers fans, but I can't deny, like, historically, it's kind of hard to argue with them, Like, they've been consistently really good throughout the entire Super Bowl era. But, like, man, the Chiefs, like, y'all just got good, and y'all think that you're just, like, God's gift to humanity now. Annoying. The ruling on the field is a Buffalo turnover on downs, and let's see if the replay changes it. I thought you can tell, but no, the ruling on the field stands. So the Chiefs are going to get the ball back. Okay, all right. Well, defense got to come through here. The Bills defense has got to come through here, and it is a turnover on downs, but at least it's pretty decently down the field. So. It's kind of like the drive ended in a punt, Now, I thought it was pretty clear the ball grazed across that plane myself, but yeah. So they're actually going to get the ball a little across the 40, so it's like a bad punt, basically. Okay, 1st and 10. Come on, defense. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation, takes the snap. Rolls back, and a Bills defender falls over, so he's just going to run with it. Terrible. Picks up 8 easy free yards. Easy. 7, I guess. They're calling it 7, but either way, it's easy. There's nothing. Yeah, I gotta say, based off of that, like the Chiefs are not going to, it's a very evenly called game so far. Like, if the Chiefs do end up losing and they complain about the refs, I think this is clear that that's bullshit. Although then again, the Chiefs are just gonna do that, and Patrick Mahomes throws a Juju Smith-Schuster down the field for the first really good play that they've had, and quite a bit of time at this point. And the Bills defense just decides that now's the time to take the time off. Apparently. It was a good pass rush, but just no fucking coverage. Juju wide open in the middle of the field, man. Now, that might be partially due to the blitz, but still, like, you got to know that, like, Patrick Mahomes is going to be heads up enough to see that, so you got to disguise it a little bit better than that. All right, it's going to be a handoff to Kareem Hunt, and he gets about 7 yards on the run, slicing and dicing through Bills defenders like it's nothing. Man, what happened? What happened to the fucking momentum, Bills? God damn. This is what I was talking about. This is why I was saying that, like, yeah, you're pretty good at going for it, but risking going for it against the Chiefs when, like, your defense is, like, one mistake away from, like, busting them right back open. Whatever. All right, it's going to be another handoff to Kareem Hunt, who picks up another first down. They didn't even really get in his way at all. Gets it down to the 10-yard line. The good news is it's almost exactly at the 10-yard line, so, it's technically 1st and goal now, so they have to go a full 10 yards to get in the end zone. That's the farthest away you can be from the end zone on first down without having a down marker. So it's going to be a handoff. Nope, it's going to be actually a fake handoff, and Mahomes is going to keep it himself and get in for the touchdown because the Chiefs did a really good job of disguising that one. Fooled me. And easily fooled the Bills. Now, the difference is I don't get paid millions of dollars to play football, so maybe the Bills should be held to a higher standard than me. I don't know. Well, the Chiefs got to 27. The Chiefs are now at 27, and that is what I expected the Bills to get to. So that's not good. Chiefs are going for 2 because they're up 5, obviously. This is like, this is like no question you go for 2 because, like, the difference between 5 and 6 doesn't really help you, but, the difference between, 5 and 7 is huge. And my stream cuts out because, of course, it does. Why wouldn't it? It was doing just fine earlier, and now it's fucking cutting out again. Saw somebody say rigged in the fucking chat for that thing, so I'm guessing they probably scored. And it's just completely broken now. It does say on ESPN it says the Chiefs have 29, so I'm guessing they got the 2-point conversion. So sorry about that, guys, but my fucking stream just completely cut out on me. So hopefully, luckily that means we're going to commercial. So hopefully I have some time to fix it before we get to the next drive. 21-29. It feels like they've scored that fucking much at this point. God damn. It's like whenever you're playing the Chiefs, man, you make one little fucking mistake and you'll never fucking live it down. So much for that conversion, Jay. Chiefs still ended up getting a touchdown after all that shit. Man, I thought Allen got that, man. It's hard to tell with it being called short on the field. You almost kind of have to with it being called short on the field, you almost have to say, like, it's kind of hard to overturn that with the replay. Like, you have to have clear evidence, and you didn't really have clear evidence. But man, that's a killer, though. That's a fucking killer. Like, so the offense is going to have to come out now. They're going to have to get a touchdown on this next drive, or they lose control of the game. And with the way the Chiefs' offense is right now, it's like, and the way the Bills' defense has been most of the day, it's like, if you don't score on this next drive, you're like, might as well go ahead and buy the Chiefs Super Bowl tickets, honestly. Like, I know we still have like 10 minutes left to go in the game. I'm not saying it's over if the Chiefs score, if the Bills don't get a touchdown. But what I am saying is if the Bills don't get a touchdown, it's going to be tough to see any chance that they're going to have to come back. Because the Chiefs are almost certainly going to march right back down the field and get a touchdown. And then it's going to be a 2 fucking touchdown game. And you're only going to have probably at that point, you're probably only going to have like 5 or 6 minutes left in the game to begin with. So, the idea that you're going to pull off a 14-point comeback in the last 5 minutes the way you've played all day is just like, there's almost no fucking way. Man, what a fucking absolute killer series of events. The Bills were doing everything that they needed to do, and then just the wrong fucking series of events just completely flipped the entire momentum of this game. And that's what the Chiefs are so fucking good at doing too. That's the thing. Like that's what the Chiefs are true masters of, is taking taking like when they smell blood, they know exactly what to do to exploit that. Like no team in the NFL is as good as the Chiefs at just fucking like taking any opportunity they can to fucking stab you in the heart. And I don't mean that in a melodramatic way. I mean that in like a fighting way. I mean that like in like a they're just like in a tactical, strategic way. The NFL said 18 games is most likely outcome. Put more NFL teams in the league then. If you 18 games, okay, cool. Then give everybody 2 bye weeks and put some more teams in the NFL. Expand to 40 teams, and then this 17 playoff format remains valid. Like all of this can be solved with like 8 more fucking teams in the NFL. Like all of this can be solved. Whatever though. All right, so Bills get a 9-yard gain on first down. It's gonna be 2nd and 1 after that. So like I said, and the clock's running too. So we still got just a little under 10 minutes left to play, but it's like you gotta score on this drive. You really have to, because otherwise they just have too much of a chance to get way ahead of you. There you go. You got James Cook getting to the outside and getting past a bunch of Chiefs players, picks up about 20 yards, and gets out of bounds. So that's good. But I guess it doesn't stop the clock. I don't know. Whatever. Like I said, they got to get a touchdown here. They have got to get a touchdown here. If they don't get a touchdown here, it's looking grim. But if they do, then they got a chance. It's going to be a handoff to James Cook again, and he only picks up about 2 yards on that run. Clock is moving again. And, again, I know... It's like, to be fair, this drive is kind of everything. Like, if you don't score, then you're just kind of like, you're basically like praying that your defense does something against the Chiefs, like at all. And with the momentum that like they had all the fucking momentum, and then like one bad thing happens and the defense just completely fucking collapses. So the idea that they're gonna get back on track if you don't get a touchdown here just seems so unlikely. And that's going to be a short dump off there to, was that James Cook again? Maybe? I don't know, but it didn't go anywhere with it. Be 3rd and 7. I think he did pick up a yard. All right, Josh Allen, shotgun snap on 3rd and 8. He's going to throw it up, and that's caught. There you go. That's Mac Hollins there for about a 25-yard gain, and that's going to put them about 3 or 4 yards away from the end zone. All right, there you go, Bills. There you go. There you go. That's what you want to see right there. Works out. All right, so Josh Allen is going to fake the handoff to Ray Davis and keep it himself, but that doesn't work out at all because he only picks up about a yard. All right. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Josh Allen is pointing towards something. There's about 6:35, 34, 33, 32. Comes the snap, left to go in the 4th quarter. Josh Allen dancing around, rolls out to his right, looking for somewhere to throw the ball. Does throw, but that's out of bounds. So it's going to be 3rd down now. Lives to fight another down, but like I said, and especially with the time you're burning on the clock, this drive's pretty much it, man. Like, unless your defense comes through with some sort of big play. It's not over, obviously, if you don't score on this drive, but, a field goal ain't good enough. Like, it just ain't. It's like it's basically you're in 4 down. I don't know, maybe like if you don't score here, maybe you take the easy field goal and then you just like the defense is going to have to come through anyway, so you'd rather trust them with a chance to win the game rather than trusting them with a chance to like salvage the game. All right, KC's going to take their first time out with 6:23 left to go. It's 3rd and goal. So, yeah, honestly, maybe you just take the field goal. Honestly, yeah. And this is what kind of sucks, like for missing that 2 point conversion, because it could have been like it could have been 24-29 right now, right? And then you're in this position with 6:23 left to go in the game. You could be thinking, hey, maybe a field goal here, and then if we can stop them, then one more field goal, and then we can take the lead and potentially win the game, like at the death, right? But you missed the 2 point conversion, and so now you're 7 points down with 6:23 left to go, and the way your defense is playing, it seems unlikely that they're going to stop the Chiefs. So it kind of feels like, if you don't get it here on third down, then you're going to have to go for it on fourth down. But who knows? Maybe they get it here on third down. Let's see. Josh Allen, shotgun snap, rolls back. He's going to throw it up, and that was a terrible decision. There's no like Trent McDuffie was all over him. Like you can't throw that ball, dude. Like, I mean, you're basically just throwing the fucking, you're throwing the play away by, making that throw. Maybe you're hoping that there's pass interference, but like that, you're taking an awful big gamble there. Especially because there wasn't a big pass rush on that play either. So maybe, maybe look at your second option there. I don't like that. I don't like that decision by Josh Allen. That was not a good decision by Josh Allen there. All right, they're going for it on fourth. Shotgun snap. Allen rolls back. He throws. Caught for a touchdown. Wow, they got it. Okay. Oh, all right. And that's Curtis Samuel, number 1, who was alone in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. All right. Wow. I was about to start, saying like, hey, time to buy those Chiefs. Time to buy those Chiefs Super Bowl tickets, but hey, they're an extra point away from tying this game now. (29-28). Tyler Bass is going to come out for the extra point attempt. They also do have 3 timeouts left, so they got a chance at this one. Extra point's good. It's 29-29. If the defense can do something, which is no gimme in this game, but if the defense can do something, then this is still on the table for the Bills. Tutty Bills. Now's a great time for the Chiefs offense to make a mistake and give Buffalo the ball back. Kind of like they did against the Bengals, right? In the 21 AFC Championship game. Was it Von Bell got a interception? That was a good one. Maybe we can channel some of that energy for this one. That would sure be nice. That would be real nice. I don't know if it'll happen, but it sure would be nice. At the very least, one thing you can't say is that we didn't get an amazing game. One thing you cannot say is that we didn't get an amazing game. So, yeah. Could be a real interesting finish to this game. And it really feels like this is the type of game that Patrick Mahomes wins so often. But you never know. You never know. Maybe the Magic's got to run out sometime, right? Hopefully it doesn't require him retiring for the Magic to run out. But at some point, the Magic ran out for Tom Brady before he retired, right? It was his last season, but it did eventually run out. So you never know. You never know. All right, so the kick is away, and that's a bad kickoff. It's going to be returned to the 20, 25, 30. He gets past a man, gets pushed out about the 34-yard line. So not a very good kickoff, and that's not good news for the Bills. So their defense is really going to have to come through and do something good here. That's such a crazy stat to me. Won 16 straight one-possession games. Those must have all come since the Bengals beat them, right? Because, I mean, that was a one-possession game, I think. I don't think the Bengals beat them by multiple possessions in that game. Mahomes is going to throw short to Kareem Hunt, and he is going to pick up about 8 yards there. Matt Milano gets to him first, but takes him too long. There's a flag on the play, too. I'm guessing this is going to be unnecessary roughness on the Bills, which is an unnecessary thing to do. They're calling face mask. But it looked to me like he did get his face mask. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He grabbed it and he pulled it. You can't do that. Can't do that, Matt Milano. That was, in fact, face mask. Cannot do that. Terrible. All right, Patrick Mahomes takes a shotgun snap. He rolls back. He throws. It's caught by Travis Kelce, who it's first time he's doing something of any real interest today, and he picks up the first down. Matt Milano's just getting fucking cooked right now. Like, he's a really good linebacker, but right now they're abusing him. Man. They're basically almost in field goal range at this point. Yeah, they're at the 41. No, they're at the 36, so they basically are in field goal range. So, I mean, like, honestly, the Bills' best bet at this point is to try to stop them now. They're going to hand the ball off to Isaiah Pacheco, and he only picks up... No, that's Kareem Hunt, I'm sorry. Only picks up about 3 yards, so that works in the Bills' favor, but, like, they really need to, like, stop him, you know? All right, Mahomes, shotgun snap on 2nd and 7. Will now be a real nice time to throw a pick. Looking around, throws. Instead of a pick, he just finds Xavier Worthy for easy fucking like 20 yards. And I guess the good news is he went out of bounds, so you know you're not gonna have a situation here where the Chiefs are gonna milk all the clock, but you know they got like 5 yards to go till they get in the end zone. All right, Patrick Mahomes takes a shotgun snap, and he is gets sacked. There you go. Bills defense does a good one there, and that's gonna push them back to about the 17-yard line. So it's gonna be 2nd and goal, but from like the 17. He took a long step back and did not see that was a very bad idea for him. He dropped back like 8 yards before he realized that pocket was collapsing. Great play by the Bills. It's only the 3rd quarterback sack of the entire game, and the 2nd for the Bills. All right, Mahomes throws it to the dirt to Xavier Worthy, and it's just it was a. I don't even know if that counts as a screen. I think it was just like a quick play. But Mahomes just threw it into the fucking ground, and I don't know what the hell he was really like. I mean, that's one of the easiest throws you'll make in your life. What? Now that was a terrible throw by allegedly the best quarterback in the NFL. Absolutely awful throw by him. Well, the good news is if the Bills can hold him to a field goal here, then the Bills' offense can win the game with a touchdown. So Mahomes takes the shotgun snap. He's rolling around. He gets hit as he throws, and he cannot get it to his intended target. So that is going to be a 4th down now, and the Chiefs are going to settle for a field goal attempt. So Josh Allen will have the opportunity to go win the game with a touchdown. Or if Harrison Butker misses, then, I mean, they could go win the game with a field goal, I guess. But I'd be shocked if Harrison Butker misses somehow. Wouldn't that be crazy? But no, it's probably not going to happen. Can't wait till Mahomes retires just for another young quarterback to take over the refs. Probably. All right, kick is up, and that is straight down fucking Broadway, and it wasn't even close to even being considered to be maybe even in the vicinity of anything other than the most perfect field goal you'll ever see in your entire fucking life. All right, Chiefs take a 3-point lead. The good news for the Bills is they don't need a touchdown to stay alive. A touchdown will win it, as long as they can like milk the clock. You know, okay, let me rephrase. A touchdown will put them ahead and give them a really good chance to win. A field goal will take it to overtime. So the nice thing about that field goal that you settled for earlier, I'm sorry. Have they gotten a field goal today? I can't remember. Can't remember if the Bills gotten a field goal today. It's 29-32. It's kind of a weird score to have, but I think it's because of the missed extra point. And that's going to be a touchback for the Bills. So let's see. The Bills, they did get a field goal early. Like their first score of the game was a field goal. Okay, so that field goal is now giving them the opportunity to stay alive with a field goal at the very least. But you really just don't want to take Patrick Mahomes to overtime. You just want to beat him in regulation because the Bills have tried that before. I think the last time they had the AFC Championship, they had the overtime issue, and then couldn't stop Patrick Mahomes in overtime and lost the game. All right, 1st and 10. It's going to be a pitch to Ty Johnson, who has a Chief in the backfield that he has to escape from. And he manages to not get a 4-yard loss, but he still has a 1-yard loss. So that's not the way you want to start. Terrible run blocking by the Bills on that play. Well, now from the 29-yard line, 2nd and 11. Josh Allen takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll back, and he's got some pretty decent protection. Just going to keep it himself and run, and he's got the 1st down pretty easily. There you go. So he's going to move them chains. Move those chains. All right, Josh Allen takes a shotgun snap. He's going to throw over the middle to literally nobody. I don't know what the hell that was. But it was, also harmless, so I guess 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, you live to fight another day. Or another play, at least. You don't have too much of this day left. Maybe you get overtime. But right now, you're trying to go win a damn game, not trying to go tie and, play in overtime. Although right now they're not even in field goal range, so they're going to have to get a little bit more done if they want to at least have that shot. 2nd and 10, shotgun snap. Allen rolls back. He's going to throw, and that's knocked down at the line by Nick Bolton. Oh, man. Don't choke, Allen. Don't fucking choke. Third and 10. Josh Allen from the 42-yard line. Still got this game in front of him, but he's got to get it done now. It's going to be a screen pass to Amari Cooper there, and they pick up maybe about 4 of the 10 yards they need. So it's going to be 4th down, and this is probably the game. And they gave him 5, actually, so 5 yards to go, and like I said, this is the game. And it's a 2-minute warning, too. So we're going to have to go to commercial before we find out what happens on this next play. Oh, boy. All right. Well, this could be the game, and it could be the deciding play that tells us who's going to be in the Super Bowl. Or it could be the game it could be the play that extends this game a little bit longer. That's the world I want to live in. The world where the Chiefs aren't necessarily going to another fucking Super Bowl. That would be a good world to live in. That would be nice. But then again, you know, the world we currently live in is one where Josh Allen is a choke artist, so maybe that's the world that we should be expecting to live in after this point. One thing you got to say about Patrick Mahomes, he's not a choke artist. Like, you know, I've criticized him before for not necessarily being as good as everybody acts like he is, but he's definitely clutch as fuck. You got to give credit to him for being clutch as fuck. Like, definitely the most clutch quarterback of all time. No fucking without even any shadow of a doubt. Like, you know, it's not even close with anybody else in the entire history of sports, maybe, how clutch that guy is. Like, Patrick Mahomes, easily one of the clutchest in NFL history. Josh Allen is not, so hopefully that changes today, but I'm not feeling great. 4th and 5, Josh Allen takes a shotgun snap. He's getting bum rushed, and he's got to throw it up. And is it? Oh, no, it's dropped. He had Dalton Kincaid, who could not bring it down, and that's pretty much game, y'all. That's it. There's a flag on the play. What's the flag? Bills are walking off the field, and the Chiefs are celebrating, so it's probably a flag on the Bills, I'm guessing. I guess I think the flag just got waved off, honestly. Damn. Chiefs are going to the fucking Super Bowl, y'all. I mean, they'll need to get a first down. Like, they can't run off the clock just yet, but dude, the crazy thing is Dalton, he got the ball where Dalton Kincaid could have caught it. All right, 1st and 10. I mean, it ain't fully over yet. The Bills give Kareem Hunt about a half a yard on that play. Ain't completely over yet, but it is really not feeling good. 2nd and 9. Man, wouldn't it be something if the Bills did get the ball back and then managed to managed to march down the field and win in that kind of spectacular fashion? That would be something else. I don't know. It's getting kind of late. I would almost rather. Yep, Pacheco. Yeah, first down. There it is. That's not. I don't think that's it because the Bills have 2 timeouts. So that's not. It's not it. They're gonna need one more first down to win the game. But that's. Shoo. I don't know if there's much left, much life left in this one, y'all. And my stream went out, and I'm not entirely sure I care because I think we all know what's about to happen. Fuck, dude. It's like every goddamn year. Chiefs fans are fucking laughing their asses off. Feels like every year it fucking comes down to this, the Chiefs don't play all that well, but it comes down to the fourth quarter and suddenly Patrick Mahomes knows how to exactly perfectly find his way to giving his team the exact play that he needs at the very end, and that's why I say he's easily the clutchest quarterback in NFL history. I don't know about the best. Although, I mean, he's, they win the fucking Super Bowl this year. It's going to be, he's going to have a pretty strong argument. He'll be in the discussion with Brady if they win another Super Bowl. Pacheco takes the handoff, and he gets about 2 yards out of that. As much as I don't want to see Buffalo win, I just hope the Bills don't score too early to give Patrick another crack at it. What? You must have sent that a while ago because it's over now. It's basically over now. We're in miracle territory at this point. It ain't over, but it's over-ish. It's pretty fucking over at this point. Second and 9. Not good, Bob. Not good at all. Josh Allen's over there pissed off, and it's like, yeah, you fucking choked. What are you going to do? Kareem Hunt's going to take the handoff, and he gets tackled in the backfield there. I'm guessing the Bills probably going to take their last time out here on 3rd and 9. Yep. 1:35 left to go, and, there's a chance. There is a remote little tiny snowball of a chance if they can stop them here that the Chiefs are in field goal range at this point, right? So it's gonna have to be a touchdown, but there is a non-zero chance that we could and I guess that's the thing, if the Chiefs do get a field goal here, then it's basically we're not going to overtime. Essentially, is what I can promise you. If Harrison Butker's setting up for the field goal here, yeah, and they're at basically the 35-yard line, so they should get. But if the Chiefs score a field goal, I promise you we're not going to overtime, right? Because the Bills will only have time to get a touchdown or a field goal. All right, and Samaje Perine wins it for the Chiefs. Fuck. Never mind, none of that matters. All right, well, that's it, y'all. Yeah, game over. Still a little bit of clock to burn, but barring a fumbled snap, it's over. All right. Patrick Mahomes is all excited. Great. Another fucking year of this, y'all. With a fresh set of downs, it's time for Buffalo to wave the white flag. No, it wasn't, but I'm now officially mentally insane. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Life is pain, and Josh Allen is a choke artist, and I already fucking knew that. So, I guess the positive spin off of this is I think it's now you're telling me that guy is a better quarterback than Joe Burrow? You're telling me that fucking pretender Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Joe Burrow? You got to be out of your fucking mind. Like, like Joe Burrow takes that Bills team to the fucking Super Bowl this year. I promise you. But, not Josh Allen. Josh Allen's a fucking choke artist. He's really, really highly talented quarterback. Definitely top 5. But better than Joe Burrow, fucking miss me with that bullshit. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Chiefs are going to another fucking Super Bowl. And I'm going to be rooting for the Eagles, but even if the Chiefs lose, man, like, just, God, to go to this many fucking Super Bowls. God. Fucking hurts. It hurts because that could have been us, But we're run by fucking... Oh, shit. We're run by an incompetent fucking ownership that squanders every fucking opportunity we ever get. So, whatever. We're gonna have a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl next week, which just great. Chiefs-Eagles. That's exactly what everybody on the planet wanted. Is Jalen Hurts gonna have a chance to fucking get his revenge? Never know. Eagles, Chiefs, I'm gonna die. Yeah, it sucks, man. He can't keep getting away with it. He keeps fucking... The only team that can fucking stop him is us, depressed Bengals fan. Like, we're the only ones who can do it. And we've just been fucking, like, fiddle farting around for the last couple years. Shooting ourselves in the foot and not even fucking bothering. The only person in the NFL who can beat Patrick Mahomes is Joe Burrow. He's the only fucking one. And Joe Burrow's currently held down by his fucking team. So, I'm sad and pissed off at the same time, yeah. Like I said, like, this is why I didn't want Josh Allen to fucking go to the Super Bowl. Because it's like that, he doesn't really fucking deserve a Super Bowl, Like, he's a choke artist. Like, yeah, he's really good in the regular season, and then when push comes to shove, like, when it really matters, he's a fucking choke artist. And it's like, he's a really talented quarterback, but he's just not the guy to, really step up to the plate when you really need somebody to step up to the plate. You saw it with, like, bad decisions today. Like that one play where, he threw it to the fucking sideline when, he was looking at one guy. He wasn't even considering his other options for a touchdown pass, and that guy was heavily covered. So it's like, how did you not even think to look somewhere else? He played it too safe when he needed to play it aggressive, and he was too loose when he needed to be safe. That's just almost entirely like. Yeah, we could have had the fucking Bengals, Now, again, I want to be clear, it's the Bengals' own fucking fault. But, we could have had the Bengals. We could have had a much more interesting run-up to it. But no, we got Bills-Chiefs again. And the Bills, once again, showed everybody that they're the biggest fucking choke artists in the goddamn NFL. Great. All right, well, I'm going to go. I got some stuff I want to knock out before the end of the night, and then I got to get up for work early in the morning. So, yeah, I still haven't decided if I'm streaming the Super Bowl this year. Historically, I haven't on this channel because I tend to watch it with friends and family, but I also haven't heard about any of my friends getting together for it this year. So, if they're not, I'll stream the Super Bowl. But I'm not sure if any of them are going to be that interested this year, to be honest with you. So, Bengals Super Bowl is just too good to be true, I guess. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there, man. We'll get there. It wasn't ever going to fucking happen this year because Lou Anarumo, Lou Anarumo bought himself. Lou Anarumo's been on borrowed time this whole time. He really has. Like, he bought himself a couple years of goodwill with the Super Bowl run because he had the defense playing good enough. He never had the defense playing amazing, but he had the defense playing good enough that, they were like, well, we got, we got a system here that works, and we just got to keep, trying this until it doesn't work anymore. Well, now it doesn't work anymore, so Lou's gone. I wouldn't bother with streaming it. Yeah. I'm either going to watch it in person or I'm gonna stream it, There's lots of times this year that I've felt depressed about football, and I decided to, and I didn't really want to go on and stream, but I did it anyway because, and I want to grow this channel, so we'll see though. I don't know if I'm gonna stream, but what I can say is if I'm not gonna go watch it like with friends, then I'll stream it. I will stream it if I'm not doing something else, but I don't know what my plans exactly are, so I'll let y'all know as soon as I know. But I got 2 weeks to figure it out. So I want a time machine and make the Bills draft Lattimore and the Saints take Mahomes. Here's the thing, Mikey. I don't know if Patrick Mahomes makes it on most NFL teams. I don't. I think because Patrick Mahomes was really raw when he came into the NFL. Like I said, most of us were thinking that he was like a second-round pick back then. And I think it was just the fact like it was just a perfect situation with the. I guess maybe you'd have a similar situation with Sean Payton and Drew Brees. But the difference is like Andy, like Sean Payton, I don't think is that great of a coach. I think Sean Payton is like an okay coach who like can do pretty decently with the right players, but isn't going to be the guy who makes or breaks anything. And I think Andy Reid is legitimately one of the greatest coaches of all time. So I think if Patrick Mahomes doesn't have Andy Reid as his coach and doesn't have Alex Smith to learn from. Now, obviously, Drew Brees would probably be better to learn from than Alex Smith. But the difference is, with Drew Brees, you don't even know. Like with Alex Smith, you know that, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes' time soon because, Alex Smith is pretty good. But it's not like with Drew Brees basically just had, a blank check to play as long as he wanted to with the Saints with what he did for that franchise, right? With Alex Smith, it's like you got a guy who's pretty good and would provide a good mentor, but also is everybody knows is going to have to get out of the way eventually anyway. And then also you got Andy Reid. I don't think Patrick Mahomes turns into Patrick Mahomes on any other team than the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs were just the perfect storm of that exact fucking thing happening. To be honest with you, just don't let the Chiefs take him. I mean, fair enough. Who did y'all draft in 2017? Oh, was it Marshawn Lattimore? Because you were saying Lattimore. Yeah. Well, Marshawn Lattimore turned out pretty good for you, so I don't know. Well, let's see. Who could have taken the... See, part of the thing is, again, the Chiefs traded up to number 10 to get Patrick Mahomes. Funny thing is we took John Ross the pick before, which is just absolutely insane. But we weren't looking for a quarterback at the time. There's no way we would have been looking for a quarterback at the time. And there's also, it would have been shocking if they had taken Patrick Mahomes at number 10, number 9. The Bengals weren't even thinking about Patrick Mahomes was not on anybody's radar that early in the draft until the Chiefs shocked everybody by taking him that high. But let's see. Deshaun Watson was supposed to be basically the question that year was who's the best quarterback in the draft? Is it Deshaun Watson or is it Mitch Trubisky? Mitch Trubisky was it was generally seen Watson's probably the most talented, and then Trubisky's probably Watson's probably got the highest ceiling, but Trubisky's probably you're probably going to you got a higher chance. Trubisky's got the higher floor and Watson's got the higher ceiling. And obviously that's not the way that things turned out. Trubisky ended up not developing at all with the Bears, and Deshaun Watson, at least early on, ended up being arguably just as good as Patrick Mahomes until everything recently happened. But early on in their careers, it was Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson were 1A and 1B as far as young great quarterbacks go. And then Deshaun Watson's career went completely off the fucking rails, and Patrick Mahomes just continued to pile on and pile on. And I think at this point you could probably make the argument that Patrick Mahomes is a Hall of Famer, and he's not even halfway through his career yet. So, like, if Patrick Mahomes retired tomorrow, they'd put him in the Hall of Fame the next day, like, easily. Deshaun Watson wouldn't even sniff it. Like, wouldn't even come close. You know, like, I mean, he had a chance the way he was playing with the Texans if he was able to, like, you know, eventually win a Super Bowl with them or something like that. But, you know, when he decided to go to Cleveland and then and then all the allegations came up and then his play took, like went off the fucking deep end. Yeah, Deshaun Watson's, chances of ever being a Hall of Fame quarterback are, like, just went the second he asked for that trade out of Houston. He, like, his potential Hall of Fame career was doomed. You know, realistically. Why not take Burrow in 2017? Because I'm pretty sure Joe Burrow was still in high school in 2017. What do you mean, why not take Burrow? Are you mad that the Chiefs won? Yeah, I'm mad. Yeah, I'm not happy about that, Connor. You know, I wasn't happy about rooting for the Bills, but, you know, I'm definitely not happy at all that the Chiefs are in another fucking Super Bowl. Bills lost and I'm sad. Yeah, John Ross, God. I was so excited for John Ross too, right? Because, like, he broke the fucking combine record for the 40. He broke the 40 record. And I was like, oh, dude, we're going to get the next CJ2K, except he's a wide receiver. And then he was awful. Like, he was just awful. Like, completely, horrendously awful. Like, it was not... it was a bad situation with John Ross. And I'm like the thing was, like, overall he was awful. The problem was he occasionally did flash talent, and he made some good plays with the Bengals at times. He just never developed. I think he had a confidence issue. Not going to be watching the Super Bowl anymore with the Chiefs. And you do what you want to do. I'm going to watch the Super Bowl every year. Like, dude, I watched the Steelers win 2 fucking Super Bowls. One of those years was a year where it really felt like the Bengals had a chance to go fucking win it. And then Carson Palmer's knee blew out. And then I watched the Steelers, you know, beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. And I hated every single fucking second of it. To this day, it is the blackest pit of my soul when it comes to the NFL. It was the 2005 season, or at least the end of the 2005 season. The 2005 playoffs are the absolute blackest pit of my soul when it comes to football stuff. But I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl, you know. Like, that's me. You don't have to if you don't want to, but that's me. You know, like, football's football, you know. Like, just because my team doesn't win doesn't mean that I'm gonna, like, boycott the Super Bowl or anything like that. That's silly. As a Bucks fan, I'm going to spitefully root for KC. No. Get out of here, Mark. So I can hold Super Bowl 55 over the heads of their fan base. Well, okay, I don't think they'll fucking care because they'll have their 4th fucking Super Bowl ring if they win. So I don't think they'll give a shit. And they'll also have a 3-peat, by the way. So I don't think they'll give a shit that you beat them in Super Bowl 55. You might, but I don't think they do. I'll be watching for the commercials. I won't. I've always found the Super Bowl commercials to be kind of overrated. Like, yeah, they're kind of funny, but, like, they also, like, they were funnier when they were kind of, like, it was unique that they were funny, right? Eventually they just, like, it became, like, a thing that the Super Bowl commercials were funny. So the Super Bowl commercials just started trying to be funny. And like, once corporations start trying to be funny, it's just cringy. And so I just, like, I'm not saying there hasn't been a Super Bowl commercial I found funny in, like, 10 years, but what I am saying is that the vast majority of Super Bowl commercials I find to just be straight up cringy and not that funny. Because they're just trying so hard to be funny. Go to the year Burrow was drafted, 2020? I don't even know who the Saints drafted that year. Or the Chiefs, for that matter. Let's see. The Saints drafted... I mean, Burrow was number 1, so none of it would matter. Nobody was going to trade with the Bengals. I remember there's a lot of speculation about like maybe the Bengals might trade away that pick because they're stupid, and not even the Bengals are that stupid. Let's see. So the Saints took Cesar Ruiz, who ended up being a pretty decent guard in the NFL, and I think he's still with the Saints actually. So, not that he's made a gigantic impact, but I'd say the Saints are probably pretty happy with Cesar Ruiz that year. And then who did the Chiefs take? Clyde Edwards-Helaire, which seemed at first like a really almost kind of a home run pick for them. With like the 32nd pick, they got a running back who was like looking really, really, really good at first, but then like I don't know exactly what happened to him. Like his rookie year, he was really good, and he helped the Chiefs. Definitely that first Super Bowl they won, he was a big part of that, and then he also won another one with them. But I thought I heard like he went through like a bunch of depression or something like that, and his career just kind of like tailed off because of it. Apparently ended up on the Saints practice squad at one point. Interesting. I watched the Bucks beat the Chiefs. Yeah, would have been nice. Technically their 5th ring. Okay, we're not counting Len Dawson, Mikey. I mean, I know we have to, but it's not the point. Nobody remembers that Len Dawson won a fucking Super Bowl back in like 1970. We got Clyde now. No, you don't. He was on your practice squad, right? Or is he still on your practice squad? Seems like a good place for him because Louisiana was the place where he like the height of his career really was. Although you could really argue that helping the Chiefs win that Super Bowl in 2022 was like the height of his career. But like definitely winning the national championship with LSU was a big one for him too. Yep. All right. Well, life is pain. Glad y'all showed up to watch me be in pain. That was fun. We got 232 views, so hey, it's always a good time watching me be sad, right? Like my show tends to do the best when I'm sad, so I guess I should just be sad more. 232 views, huh? Good thing I'm a Bengals fan. My channel's gonna do great. It's been doing pretty good. I mean, we're at 527 subs, which like I feel like we could be like way farther ahead than that if like I hadn't gone to school and I just kept doing the channel like, not full time, but like like really kind of like pouring everything into the channel. If I just kept doing that over the last few years, I feel like we could be a lot farther ahead than 527. But I really felt like going to school was good for, the types of content I could produce on this channel. Good for, really my own mental health and everything like that. So, hopefully after, like I'm in my last semester now. So hopefully after that, I'll be able to get back to somewhat more frequent content. And we'll be able to kind of get back on track with this channel, but I don't regret doing it at all. I think it was good for everything. We signed him for the rest of the season. Yeah, I saw that he got signed to the practice squad, but it must have been like later on you like signed him to the full roster. I did see that though. Gonna go Cope, I guess. Yeah. Well, just root for the Eagles next week. There's one weakness for KC. It's their run defense. Great. That's nice. Sure. How much has that really fucking helped? All right, I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I'm gonna continue being sad, but at least I'll be sad and be eating pierogies. That's better than not eating pierogies, right? We'll never root for the Eagles, so you're gonna root for the Chiefs? That seems like an odd decision for a Bengals fan to make, but okay. Now I have to root for the Eagles. Life sucks. Sorry, Mikey. Can they stop Saquon? No, probably not. But knowing the Chiefs, they'll probably get some black fucking magic, and Saquon will magically have a bad game or like have food poisoning or something. That's probably what's gonna happen. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna head out, y'all. I'll leave y'all until next season with a Hoo Day.